Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and me.
All right. We're back.
Brendan.
By the fucking skin of our teeth.
Buddy.
Hangover Central in here right now.
Because the last one we had was Wednesday, right? How was a week and a half, pal?
Yeah. It was a week and a half. And,
Hold on.
nice. How good is that going to taste?
We'll get into that.
Seltzers, we are both very hungover. I have to say that, like, I used to be, before seltzers were a thing, I used to be like,
Hair of the dog?
Bud Light Lime was like kind of
I
my,
love Bud Light
was like
Limes.
my hangover beer.
Dude, people used to shit on me because you're like, you don't like
I love
Coronas?
'em.
No, Bud Light Limes are so much better than Coronas. I don't care what anyone says.
Dude, it's built into the fucking drink.
And I love Coronas, but Bud Light Limes is just like it. I don't know.
Coronas
it's
are good.
It's like Gatorade.
Yeah, I agree with you. It just like takes, chasing demons away a little bit.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I just think they got it right with that one.
I agree. So you had a wedding last night, right?
Did we ever? Did we ever? Do you want to do sponsors first?
Let's sprinkle them in. So I'll start with one. You start. Give one now. We're going to sprinkle them as we go.
All right, we can do that.
Start with two. You start with two. Go
All
ahead.
right, we can do that. If anyone appreciates a hangover more than me, it's my man Michael Brandiano at American Safety Sprinkler. That, my friend, listen, I just came in here 30 seconds ago. I am not prepared.
No.
So bear with me.
Yeah, this is open gym today, by the way. We have nothing on the docket. We're just going to rip.
We are gonna rip, and we're gonna have ourselves a time. So, all right. So I'm not. You know what? I'm not even gonna look at it like his thing. American Safety Sprinkler. If you have a restaurant, if you have a fucking commercial building, you're gonna need some fucking sprinklers in your goddamn life. He literally told me, he goes, you know what, Danny? You don't have to give me any information. Yeah, I do. You fucking paid your sponsor. Don't be a dickhead. All right. AmericanSafetySprinkler.com. Mike Brandano, my guy. If you like to partake in adult beverages, he will as well. So make sure he takes you out to a drinking establishment and you guys have yourself a good day.
If you were as hungover as I am, and it wasn't Sunday because I don't believe they're open on Sunday, and I wanted to grub. By the way, I'm not saying whatever. Somebody's like Dave's Hot Chicken and fucking Woburn.
Dude.
Dave's Hot Chicken can fuck off because I'm talking about right now.
Lily motherfucking Peas.
Fuck, I know where I'm getting my fucking hot chicken sandwiches.
Absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely.
Dave's Hot Chicken is more like a fast food joint. Lily Peas is more like sit down, have a fucking
So,
meal.
real quick, and I'm not trying to interrupt the
No.
sponsor, right? But someone came up to me on Friday, so we'll get to this, but I had the rehearsal Friday, and I ran into somebody, and they were like, hey, it's Dave's Hot Chicken's fucking grand opening.
Yeah.
So, because Facebook and Instagram and all that shit listens to you, he's been popping up left and right on my Instagram. Sandwiches look all right. I'm like, that's a fucking national chain, I found out.
Yeah.
Fuck Dave.
Fuck
Dave.
Rick Ross owns like 25 of them.
Fuck Dave.
Let's talk about small business, all right?
Yeah.
Lily Peas is a small business.
Small
That's
business.
a locally owned establishment.
Right.
Not lining fucking Rick Ross's fucking...
Dave's Hot Chicken, he don't have a fucking pulling the cork sticker on his fucking window.
No.
He doesn't have it on his wall.
Tell you what
nothing.
else. Rick Ross doesn't give a fuck about pulling the cork.
No.
All right? That's a fact. I know that. Like, I know
We
that.
take care of our own here. Lily
Yeah.
Peas, way better name, by the way. Fucking Dave.
100%. Dave's Hot Chicken. Like, that's like me saying, like, Brendan's got a drinking problem. Like, it's very evident. Anyways, 50 Binney Street, lilypeaschicken.com. The best of the business. Go in there, tell them you listen to Pulling the Cork and that you're a corker. They'll fucking hook you up with some great food.
Absolutely. Do you want to wait for the other?
Give one more, and then we'll dip the other ones in.
All right, my guy, Anthony. Tuesday is out tonight, pastas and fettuccine. Anthony, AJM Plumbing and Heating, servicing the North and South Shore. Over how many? 100 5-star reviews on Yelp. Plumbing, heating, gas needs. Certified all major plumbing and heating brands. Gas prices with a 2-year warranty on all the fucking work. That shit doesn't happen. To be honest with you, I'm in the business. That does not happen. 366 days, you're on your own. 2 years, he's taking care of that. That's a great idea. If you mention this ad, you mention this voice, mention Brendan's alcoholism, you get 10% off your next service. Or you just say, I know these fucking assholes. Phone number, 781-853-1310. Email, Anthony, you have a crazy last name because you're Italian. It's Amicici, AMICCI, at ajmplumbingheating.com. Now listen to me. I said it last week. I'll say it this week. This guy is a boiler guru. He is what fucking Albert Einstein, did you know? If he wasn't a fucking Einstein, he would be a plumber.
Is that true?
Swear to God. So, like, all that came true when AJM Plumbing and Heating came about. Kid's a beast, dude. Reach out to him, mention us, do the right thing.
Love it. Okay, we'll sprinkle in our other ones as we go.
Let's do it.
So, where do we start? All right, I was on vacation.
You're on vacation. You start with your vacation, pal.
I got a great story.
I'm here for listening.
Okay, so I went down to vacation. Went down to the Cape. We hung out with my brother-in-law. He was down there with his kids. They're older. This kid's a professional fucking dummy. He has two, he has
a few of those.
a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a fucking 1-year-old. Remarried.
I'm pretty close to that, though.
Yeah, but like he's remarried, like whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we're down there. So I realized because we're going to dinner, I'm like, fuck, I forgot my fucking belt. I never fucking forget my belt.
Dude.
Right? I never forget it. Okay.
Dude. All right, good.
So we're walking around downtown Falmouth. I said, man, I gotta get a belt so we go out to dinner tonight. And like I could probably get away without one, like you know what I mean? Because I had like I had like one of those like short sleeve shirts that hangs over.
But it's a comfort.
It's a comfort thing.
Yeah.
So I take Tommy into the store. My son is 13, turning 14. We go to the store. Looks pretty nice. I looked at a golf shirt. It was like $80. I'm like, all right, well, that's a regular price for like a nice high-end golf shirt. So I see a row of belts. I take it out. I didn't even try it on. I'm just like, this is probably my size, right? Right when I put it up on the fucking thing, because I didn't look at the price.
Yeah.
I'm like, she starts wrapping it in like fucking like tissue paper.
Some serious shit.
And I'm like, how much is this fucking belt? Now, I'll tell you what kind of a belt budget Brendan Hearn's on. Brendan Hearn's on like a $25, $30 TJ Maxx belt budget.
That's pricey.
That's pricey.
Yeah.
But I'll go up that high. So I'm like, this belt's way more. I already know I'm fucked. I start looking around.
We have very similar stories about this past week.
Dude, I throw it up there. $175. Right? So listen.
For a belt?
So I got my son next to me, right? And I'm like, what are you doing right now? Are you going to be like, that's too expensive? Or are you just going to be like, I have a $175 belt? So I'm like, it's like, you're like, it's like a dream, like, because I'm like, I don't want to be like, in front of my kid, be like, am I going to pay for that belt?
Yeah.
So I'm like, so I just put my card down, right? So I go there, and I see Maggie. She's like, "How did you get a belt?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's $170."
Did I ever?
I got a fine leather fucking.
We have
Italian
ramen
belt.
noodles for supper
Now,
tonight.
The story could be better, except for the fact that I tried the belt. I was gonna go out that night. The belt was too big on the fucking final thing, so I had to return it. So Maggie's like, "When you return it, what if she's like, we have the same size?" I'm like, "I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and take this belt." But she's like, we are out of that belt. I'm like, thank fucking the Lord. I'm like, $175. I have a $175 fucking pair of pants, shirts, nothing.
So, and we're getting back to that, but I'm definitely going to lose track if I don't say this now.
No. That's it, pretty much.
No, because you still have a vacation to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a wedding to talk about.
Yeah.
But, so, I'm a groomsman in the wedding. What a time. We'll talk about it. But neither here or there, right? Every one of us got our tux on Amazon, right? First time I've ever done
I didn't know that's something you could do.
It is, and it's amazing.
Okay.
Problem is, like, I got a large tux, so I had to get it tailored. So it actually comes out to being the same thing as like renting a tux, because like,
Gotcha.
I got a large and it would have fit this garage. Like it was massive.
Yeah.
You know, so I bought that, bought the shoes, bought the bow tie. Shoes came day, tux came 2 days. Bow tie didn't come as of Tuesday of last week. The wedding was last night. I'm a freak. I got to figure out like where do we have it?
Sure.
Impulse buyer. It's not here by Tuesday. I need a bow tie.
Yeah.
So I go to Macy's, right? It's a fucking black tie event.
Yep.
I go, hey, do you guys have bow ties? Of course they have bow ties. there's one section of bow ties. Black bow tie, bring it up. So, the bow tie, no, regular ties, like I understand, there's different fucking,
Sure.
this designs, whatever. I didn't realize how expensive fucking bow ties were.
They're fucking pricey, dude.
Actually, now that I think of it, I already fucking texted you.
Yeah.
As I'm leaving fucking Macy's, I talked about your father. And I said, your father better appreciate this fucking bow tie. Because you've said that he wore a bow tie every day.
Exclusively is a bow tie man.
Listen, we could have used him yesterday. Because I got first off, all right, so I go up, price, it was like $85 for a fucking bow tie.
Yeah.
For a bow tie.
Yeah.
I'm never
You're never
gonna
gonna use it again. Yeah.
ever,
Yeah.
right? But a lot of these dudes that got the same bow tie that I got, for whatever reason, Amazon didn't deliver mine. They got the same one, and it was one that it wasn't already made. Losing their minds. Do you know how to do a bow tie? I said, nah, dude, I can do a double wins like you read about.
Yeah.
Can't do a bow tie.
Yours was already set up to
Mine was already done, dude. I'm good.
I want to just make a disclaimer here.
That I'm a fraud.
Tom Ahern, if you're listening to this,
I'm a fraud.
block your ears.
So listen, so we had one kid that went to BC High. I met him yesterday. I don't even know his name. I'd love to shout him out.
Yeah.
Talk about a fucking stud. Came yesterday morning while we were like getting dressed or whatever. He did. No one knew how to
Everybody's
do.
bow tie?
No one knew
Yeah.
how to do a bow tie.
I don't know how to do it either.
Dude, I watched it. I think I got it. It's not as hard as you think.
Yeah,
It's just intimidating, dude.
It
You
is.
see a regular tie, you're like, all right, I know how to tie a tie. Even if like you're a basic bitch, you know how to do the basic Windsor like a loser. A bow tie is intimidating, but it's really not. It's all about your finger work. So
Dude.
Tom, if you're listening, I think I got it.
I wore a bow tie to my freshman semi-formal. But I think it's sophomore year.
No, what was the picture where you were mid '90s throwing high '90s?
Oh yeah, but that's like a tux. This was like you could
I was
wear
wearing
a regular.
No, I was wearing a tux.
No, I know, but this was like you could wear. Everybody was wearing regular ties, and I wore a bow
Oh.
tie. One of my dad's bow ties. Shout out Tara Cargill, took her to the semi-formal. Great looking girl. Wanted nothing to do with me back then. Anyways,
It was the dimples. It was your dimples, dude.
Absolute fucking head turner when you have a bow tie. And nobody else has a bow tie. You just
Who the fuck's that
Yeah,
guy?
you're throwing a fucking vibe out there.
Yeah.
That people can't fucking. They can't help but fucking get down with it.
Hell yeah.
So my vacation. Back to
Yes.
that real quick.
Yep.
Here's the thing that was funny. So I've been on vacation kind of like for the last like month. I feel like every other week I'm somewhere. But I've been fucking like pretty well behaved. Like I was in bed every night at 10 o'clock on vacation. Fucking woke up at 6 when I was doing work. I have to work. I own my own company. So like I have to work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It doesn't matter where I am. The stuff that has to get done, I have to fucking do it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So it's like kind of irrelevant if I'm on vacation. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
whatever has to be done gets done. So anyways, I was getting up at 6. I'm like, wow, maybe I'm becoming like a grown up. Friday night, I played a show at by the way,
dude.
Irish Brewing.
How was it?
Boston. Place is fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
This place, when you say on brand for us, I mean, it's just like
Did
murals
you-
of fucking Irish guys fighting on
So,
the wall, old pictures of Irish people.
I work with a kid who's from Norwood.
Yep.
Shout out to Bruno Colantoni.
Okay.
All right. I work with him like tomorrow. He's up to date. So like he's gonna be listening
right.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's from Norwood.
Okay.
And I was trying to tell him where it was. So I don't know if you met him. I don't know if he went.
83 Moore Street. And the funny thing was, I'm like, why does it sound so familiar?
Is it the Subaru building? Or whatever the fuck he was like, dude, I know where it is.
He's right. It's like right behind there.
Yeah.
But like I kept being like 83. Why did I know that number? 80 fucking 2. Look at my son's walking out here right now. He's gonna ask me like, can I rent a movie on Amazon?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
It's happening right now. 1, 2, 3.
Hell yeah.
Enter the fucking room.
Chummy.
Tommy, come in.
Chummy.
What do you need? What do you need?
Hell yeah.
Is Mom gonna order it? Go ask her. Mom will order it. Yeah, Mom will order it. That's that. I need pizza. Let me order it on the podcast right now.
That would have been
anyways,
incredible.
So,
Pizza
83 Moore Street drove right by
Pizza
my client's
sponsors,
office.
hello.
Yeah, hey, I mean, listen, Domino's, you want to get in on this? Kid's got a trash palate.
Oh, my son loves Domino's,
dude.
dude.
It's a long-standing feud in this
Yeah,
house.
I get it.
Anyway, so went there, awesome. Ran into a couple old buddies that came to see it. Was great. And the funny thing was, like those type of shows where I play by myself, they want you play for like 3 hours, right? So I'm
That's
playing
a
like
lot.
everything, dude. Like
You're like Springsteen.
I'm playing every fucking song I know, pretty much, right? Anyways.
The wife coming in
Oh
stealth.
yeah, you want some of that? Yeah. We got leftover pizzas in here, by the way, for the people at home. That's what that's what he was aiming at. Mag, there should be one under there too. I can edit this out.
There's nothing wrong. No, there's no.
Yeah.
Why not?
Anyways, yeah, we got a little.
This is
buffet
real
going.
life.
Yeah, this is real life. This is buffet going right now.
Hi, Maggie.
So we went down there. Me and Mags went. Mags was a trooper. She went with me. And the place is absolutely awesome. If you live down on the South Shore in that area, Norwood, 83 Moore Street, Irish Brewing, Maggie's cousin, the guy Paul Ahern owns it. Paul Ahern, same last name. No
I know,
relation.
but no
Unbelievable.
relation.
Great guy.
It's wild.
Yeah, great guy. He was a cop, then he was an actor, I believe. Is that true, Max? She's giving me a maybe. All right. Anyways, so played. It was awesome. So, but anyways, we got done, and had some people like friends of family came and stuff, and people I know. Finished up, and I came home. 45-minute ride home. It's not a quick ride.
Yeah, it's not a quick ride.
I got home, dude. I walked into this bar. I took one look at the TV. I'm going to bed. I went to bed at 10. Yesterday, I landscaped the yacht. I'm like, wow, I'm becoming like a fucking grown up. Last night, I drank till 4 in the morning. I fucking tore the cover off the ball.
Yeah, it was. I got a pretty similar story, dude.
Yeah.
My Friday night. Yeah, we'll go night by night. How about that?
Night by night. Go
All
for
right,
it.
so Friday night, it was the rehearsal dinner,
Yep.
and Friday night, I got a text before I even attempt this place. They go, just so you know, so we had to go to the church. Just so you know, the AC is kaput in this
Uh-oh.
place. St. Anthony's Church, Revere. Beautiful, beautiful church, right? She is
My
so.
godparents got married then.
It's a beautiful church. Beautiful. I don't give a shit if you're atheist, fucking Protestant. If you're not Catholic, sorry that you suck. But like, such a fake Catholic, right?
Yeah.
But it really is. It's a beautiful church. Plenty of parking, you know. Get there. Sorry, AC's kaput. It's the hottest 2 hours of your life.
Yep.
I was shaking hands with the devil. All right. Leave there. We go to the wharf on 1A, Revere Lynn.
Okay.
Right. You know, like the turnaround you could do?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Went there. Great time. Like just seeing people I haven't seen in a while. The wait staff could have been a little better. Little more quicker.
A little more pickup.
That's all I needed.
Yep.
Other than that, espresso martinis were flowing. All right.
Not a summer drink specifically, but
But listen.
it was working.
But
I got
listen.
you.
Her.
Italian wedding.
Yes. Like, not like I'm from Revere, I'm Italian. Like, no, her father's from Italy.
Okay.
Like, he's real Italian.
As they said in Goodfellas, it was amongst the Italians. Real greaseball shit.
Yeah. yes. It was so it was great. Like it was awesome. Left there, had to wake up significantly early for Saturday, where you can take over from there and go with your Saturday.
Okay. So yesterday wake up, chip a chicken, right? Get up, drove up to my office, I dropped some stuff off, went to Home Depot, grabbed a bunch of shit to do, like I had to fucking mulch the bed and stuff like that. Fucking suburban dad basic bitch shit, right?
Saw that.
Went for a swim in my neighbor's pool because they were gone. They were like, use the
These
pool.
people right next door?
Oh, fucking awesome. Talk about
When
Italians.
they're
He
Italian.
was off the boat.
Yeah,
My boy
there was
Gaetano is a fucking man.
There was a bunch of people that were just like getting into like an Escalade, like as I was walking in today, and like I came in like kind of stealth, didn't mean to.
Yeah.
And like I was like, hey, how you doing? And like the person in the back seat was like, what the fuck? You know? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And they're like, it's okay. He's
Yeah,
okay.
oh yeah, dude. So this guy's like probably, my guess he's like almost like 58, something like that.
Yeah.
He's off the boat, was born in Italy.
He's got no shirt on right now.
Yeah, zero shirts.
Yeah.
And like,
Just looking
he
like
looks
it-
like, if you put him just like in like Sorrento, Italy, you'd be like, oh, that makes sense. Like
He was like if olive oil was a person, that's
yeah,
what his
that's
body
what the
looks
guy
like.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite thing that's ever happened with this guy, right? So we are Irish, of Irish heritage, right?
Thankfully.
His buddy pulled up one day with a fucking like used Ferrari, right? Like I only know it's used because it was not like a brand new Ferrari. It was like a 1980s, 90s like fucking
Yep.
guy walks around. He's got fucking like whatever type of fucking Armani jeans. He's got fucking like 6 sunglasses, hair jet black, right?
Yeah.
And two of his friends and then my buddy Gaetano, they're all like, you know, probably moved here when they were kids. And they were like, and the other guy's like, oh. And they were like, it was like to have a Ferrari for them. It's not like a, hey, let's see how big my fucking dick is. It's like, this is a piece of fucking Italian fucking craftsmanship. This fucking car. They were walking around, they're like, and one of the guys looks at me, he's like, I'm like, wow, I go, Gaetano, it's a fucking beautiful car. He goes, that's my friends, you know, and the other guy goes, looked at me, goes, I had a chance to buy one 3 years ago. Fucking rue the day I did that. Didn't make that decision. This other guy's like, he's like, dude, look at my fucking Ferrari.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I'm becoming Italian, like just standing here.
Dude,
like, unbelievable.
It's fun to be around for a little bit. And here's the best part, right? So her father is from Italy, and I always bring this up to like Italians, like as a joke. Sauce or gravy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're from Revere, right?
Yep.
Like the rest of the family.
Sure.
9 times out of 10, if they're Italians from Revere or East Boston, they usually say gravy.
Okay.
You know what Emilio said?
What?
It's a fucking sauce. So there's your fucking answer. You fucking idiots. It's a fucking sauce.
Dude, I will say, I watched Goodfellas this morning with my son.
How do you not?
Great hangover movie, by the way.
How do you not?
That movie, the first 20 minutes of that movie is a fucking rocket ship.
Pauly Sorvino,
Dude, when
bro.
he's fucking
it's
coming
not a
after the
good.
kids-
It's not a good year for the mob guys.
No, it's not. They're going down.
I said this on the job site, but I'll say it here. Obviously, De Niro and Pesci better stay in the house.
Dude.
They better
De
play
Niro's
it.
so good in that movie. That movie's unbelievable. But I'll say this.
Do you want to know
I'll
why?
say
Do
this for the
you want to
Italians.
know why he was good? He was the Irish guy.
Yeah, I'll say this for the Italians. The Irish, we're hot-headed. We drink. Like,
Your movies,
We're
are,
not- we're
your
like-
movies are way better.
yeah, the movies. Like, I remember this kid I was friends with, Al. He used to be like, dude, he's like, all you guys want, you jacket to fucking, what was the fucking one with the 2 kids in Southie that, like, are the hitmen. You know what I'm
Southie?
talking about. Yeah, no, the movie. They're like,
Departed? What the
no.
fuck are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I'll think of it in a minute.
Departed?
So, by the way, you know what everybody does? Hold on. Here's something that everybody does.
Did I just
This
do
stuff
it?
is-
Did I just do
no,
it?
No, this is off the. We're doing this off the head, right? I'm gonna like think of the movie probably like after this is over, right? And then one of my buddies will text me and be like, "Dickhead, it was this." I'm like, "I know it now, fuckface." I'm fucking thinking about it as I go. Anyways,
2 hitmen in Southie.
yeah, it's the you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. When I come fuck. No, I'm thinking about it in a minute.
Who's in it? I think you're
Like,
making
no,
shit
it's
up.
like an independent movie. You've seen it, dude. You've fucking seen it. Keep going, and I'll find it at some point. All right.
Unbelievable.
Anyways, you'll right when I say it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, yeah." Anyways, so let's get on to the fucking night. So last night, we have 13 guys in my fantasy football league talking about basic fucking dad suburban shit, right?
That's
They all
what
came
that's
over.
what the picture I saw.
That's the picture. So my buddy, whoever comes in last, can't be in the league for a year. They have to sit out the year, and they have to buy a team gift. So my buddy Paul Gentile is a fucking legend. Bought
That's
everybody-
actually a fucking.
And
That's
you have
actually-
you used to stand in front of.
First
Bruises.
off, I haven't touched that yet.
Yeah.
I know that's a comfortable shirt.
It's a fucking great shirt. Mays of Melrose. Shout out to the Mays of Melrose. All right, now.
That's a
I'm gonna get into
fire
this.
fucking shirt.
And I'm not sure if this guy listens to the show, and I'm not using names. This was like just for the guys, right? I have a buddy who comes in here all the time. Fucking love this kid. I would lay down traffic for him. I love him. He texts me. I don't see the text. He's like, "Do you mind if I bring these couple guys by?" That I don't know. I didn't respond to it because I don't see it. He shows up with them, right? One fucking strike against you right there. Okay? This is. I just want to put this out there.
And then you're like, what the fuck? Who's that? And be like, oh, I text you. It's like, yeah, I didn't respond, dude.
So there you go. So he's over in the corner with him. Fine, whatever, right? One of these kids, central fucking casting from where I'm going to say he's from. So they're over in the corner. Now it gets late. Now my buddy's still there. One of the kids leaves. The other kid with the fucking dyed blonde hair and 32-inch waist, fucking 5 foot nothing, comes over. He's sitting here, and we're like talking to him. I'm trying to be a good host, right? Like. So he goes, so my buddy Jason Buggy's sitting here. Jason Buggy is 6'3", a monster, a Melrose legend. 4 years older than me, my sister's here. All the kids were huge. I remember being like, when I'm that old, I'll be 6'3" and huge. No, that's not how it works. This kid's put more people through walls than fucking they exist in Melrose. So we're sitting there, and the kid goes, we're like, oh, where are you from? And he's like, well, I've only been living here for like a year. I lived in Cambridge before then. I'm like, of course you lived in Cambridge. The People's fucking Republic. Not from Cambridge.
No, he just lived there.
Lived in Cambridge.
He's not a.
That's why Melrose is a crumbling fucking crumbling society. It's absolutely fucking falling apart. Okay, so the kid's sitting where you are sitting. This happened.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I know. I can't even believe I let him sit there. And he turns to us. It's me, two of my buddies, the other kid. It's like 3 a.m. And he goes, "Can I ask a question?" And I'm like, "Go for it, Slick." And he goes, "What's up with like the non-gender diversity in here?" He's like,
No.
Do you allow women in this bar?" I lean into my buddy who's sitting here, and I go, "Get this kid the fuck out of here."
It's time for him to
I
go.
go, "It's time for this kid to go." My buggy is like frothing at the mouth. He's like ready to fucking eat this kid. I'm like, "Dude, get this kid the fuck out of here." So he gets him out of here. Now, I'm just gonna say this is a cursory tale. Don't fucking invite other people to places when they're not invited, unless it's been said that it's okay. That's first thing, right?
Well,
And
first
also,
off, he started back there.
he somehow weaseled his way. This kid was a weasel. He looked like a jockey. He looked like he should be riding a horse in the Kentucky Derby. This little fucking tortoiseshell fucking wearing glass fuck. I hate this
Now,
fucking kid.
so now, I want to be very clear. If I called you and I said, "Hey, I'm having a few friends over. Do you mind?" And you say, "Yeah," right? I walk in. One's dressed like a fucking horse. One's dressed like a, iced tea. Not the person, the drink. I
Danny,
walk in.
I can pretty much guarantee you, whoever you're bringing to my place is not going to look like this fucking kid.
I understand that.
He
but
looks
I
like
wa-
a muppet.
But I don't know. So he was a friend of a friend who was asking why you didn't have these type of people in the place.
Gender diversity.
Right.
Yeah.
Gender diversity.
Yes.
Like you don't have a whole
I'm
fucking
like,
house.
"Dude, you are in the wrong fucking bar."
Like a whole fucking house of women, boys.
You know, in like the movie. You know, in like the movies when it's like, or like when somebody has like a dream sequence, and you like wish that happened, but it didn't happen. I wanted it to be like in a Bronx Tale. It was like they just locked the door on this kid and just pummel the fuck. out of
Went
this
to
kid.
town on him.
Dude, I would have tied a Windsor tie around this kid's neck so fast. And
I know a guy.
it would've been
I know a guy.
Brooks is here.
I know a
I'm
guy.
hanging from that fuck. I would have hung him with a leather belt, the $175 leather belt, from the fucking ceiling. This kid was
Let's
a
go.
fucking 100% professional fucking loser.
Ah.
10-cent fucking head on this kid.
Can't do
Absolute
that.
fucking loser.
You can't do that.
Anyways, so that's all I'm gonna say. And if my buddy is listening to this, who is quite a possibility, he knows I love him. But you just can't be bringing fucking squids by here.
Yeah,
like,
you just
"Dude,
can't-
This is not the fucking public pool.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'll just bring him by. Like, well, it's not your place.
Yeah.
Right?
It
It rubbed me the wrong way.
and you're right. You're right. Would you bring a person to a wedding that wasn't invited?
No.
No, it doesn't happen that way.
Exactly. And I had like a good, anyways. So I went to bed at 4 a.m. Because then we spent an hour making
pretty-
fun of this fucking
I was pretty close.
We spent an hour making fun of him afterwards. The funny thing is I woke up at 8, like a shot. Slept on the couch, knew enough to not to be like fucking burping and snoring and fucking farting all over my wife, right?
Yeah.
Woke up at 8, went upstairs, she's like, "What time do you go to bed?" I'm like, 4. She was like, "Whoa."
Yeah. It
Uh,
happens.
And I had 2 choices today. The choice was to endure the pain, right? Or, be a puddle by right now. Because I, self-medicate myself. I fucking white-knuckled this day. When I tell you,
You're doing
I didn't-
all right, dude.
I did not come out of this hangover until 25 minutes ago before you came here.
You're doing
Like,
all
I
right.
was like, I'm fucking dying right now.
You're doing all
Like,
right,
I'm
though.
fucking dying.
You're doing all right,
But you know what? We answered the fucking bell.
dude.
That's a fact.
That might be my favorite thing you've ever told me. I'm good enough. If you want to party, you gotta answer the bell.
That's Tom Ahern. He'll tell you that. Before we get any further, and I know we're gonna get to your Saturday, weddings. I love fucking wedding stories.
And there's a lot. There's a lot.
R.I.P. A fucking absolute legend.
Oh, hey, it's a bill.
Bill Russell, fucking
Greatest winner ever.
100 professional winner. Basically.
Winner.
Yeah.
I'm not saying athlete. I'm not saying sport.
Dude.
He's a fucking winner.
I just read this. I did not know this.
Oh wait, is it the 21 and 0?
No, I mean he's got a million things.
No, but
when he was paid,
I read something that was on my phone. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
For
go
the
ahead.
100th time.
Go ahead.
He is 21 and 0 when the game was on the line.
What?
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
21 and 0, dude. Game's on the line. He's like, all right,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. So he was a world-class high jumper and qualified
Oh,
for
I
the
knew-
fucking Olympics.
I knew that.
And then gave up his spot to
knew
another
that.
guy because he was going to play for
I knew that.
but he didn't have to.
I knew that,
That's
dude.
like the fucking Dude, the fact that the guy, I have so much respect for that guy. The fact that he would not accept his, like, Hall of Fame until they put the first black guy in there. Like,
Dude.
they were talking about that today. Like,
I'm getting chills right now. Because,
dude, it is. I mean, listen, it's like, you
Dude,
know.
he got, what did he have? He had 9 as a player, 2 as a player coach. A player coach.
Player coach.
Say that one more time. A player coach, dude.
Dude, he's summoned
He's
people
on
in
the feet. He's on the court. Just breathe. He's like, oh, you're out. You're in. You're in now. All right, I guess I'm out right now.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts, dude. That's nuts. If people could say what they want about Boston, we'll always have that fucking story for the rest of our lives. That racial fucking divide, that's the best story you've ever heard in your entire life,
yeah,
dude.
I agree. And people like, I know what LeBron said, like, Boston's racist the other day, right?
Jeez.
I look, dude, listen. Wherever
Maybe-
you go,
maybe-
you're going to find some shit.
Maybe, no, but maybe it's like, I don't know. People always talk about Boston being racist, right? How fucked, and it's fucked up because I didn't grow up that way,
So
ever.
that's the thing. I was going to say this. For you, it must be wild because, like, most of your friends are black. Your
But
closest friends are
again,
black.
I'm good in Harlem. I'm good in LA. I'm good everywhere. I'm good. I'm confident in that. Here's my thing,
Danny
right?
worldwide.
Here is my thing, dude.
Yeah.
How is Boston the most racist when there's still Klansmen running around fucking Alabama and all these other fucking places? Boston's so fucking diverse. Malden at one point, shout out to my fucking city, most diverse in the country.
Yeah, yeah.
In the country, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
I mean, we got fucking turbans. We got
think-
dude. We got everything under the sun in Malden.
I'll say this. I think that, like, and I mean, this is kind of like, whatever. Take this for, like,
I just think
fucking
that
grain of salt.
they think. Listen, I am not here to say that Boston doesn't have racist people. Of course they do.
Everybody does.
Of course they do. But don't say it's just Boston. Don't
No.
say it's just Boston because that's
No.
fucking bullshit.
I agree. And it's like, dude, I think actually, the funny thing is, I think that, like, a lot of that stuff comes down to, like, and you see it a lot in cornhole, right? Like, you know, I was, like, big in the cornhole world, right?
Yep. Fucking legend in the corner.
Legend. Missing Worlds this week, by the way. I was just fucking taking my daughter to fucking Pennsylvania because I'm a fucking great dad. That's why.
Dad
my
rules.
boys are gonna be down in fucking. By the way, all my people down at Worlds, you know I love you. Anyways, cornhole is like. I think that, like, a lot of, like, cornhole, put it into perspective for me. Cornhole is a lower middle class sport, right? That's a fact.
That's how it started for sure.
Definitely how it started. And I love it for that because I'll tell you what. You go play golf at Mount Hood up the street, right?
We talked about it.
$150 a day.
Yeah.
You go to play cornhole at Dossie's, shout out, lights out, right?
Yep.
$10. If you don't drink, it's $10.
Right.
Right? I mean, now it's $50 for me because I'm drinking all night, even at the IA.
Yeah.
But dude, I went down to the south, right, and met all these guys that I played with down there, right? Dude, black people, white people, Asian people, right? All down there together,
South.
all the same, and they were like, and they are like thick as thieves. Like, they love each other. Like, they all love each other. They have this great community of people.
So, like,
there's no, like, so a lot of it's like a classism thing in a way. Do you know what I mean? It's like I think it's like if you're all doing something together, like, you know what I mean, like growing up with your friends in
Right.
the same place,
Right.
all that shit evaporates. You know what
It
I mean?
does,
Like,
dude.
it just fucking evaporates.
It does. Again, we know that it exists. Fucking move on.
Yeah.
Like I don't, and I mean that as like, if you're friends with so and so, like, let's fucking go hit them together. Like,
Yeah.
I fuck, they're all assholes.
Yeah.
If you're a racist piece of shit, you should get peed on.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
agree.
Like,
yeah, that's the lowest fucking
Yeah,
shit in the world.
fucking
That's
clown.
the lowest. By the way, speaking of my son who just came in, I have to say that, like, you text me the other day, you're like, you at the Border Cafe right now? And
Darcy.
Darcy reminded me. And I'm like, I thought you were there. I'm like, oh, nice. We'll probably have some drinks at the bar.
Yeah.
I look over and Darcy and Javon were over there.
Yeah.
And Tommy went over there. Javon was wearing his pulling the cork hat. I'm like, nice.
No shit.
Repping out for the people right
Hell
now.
yeah.
I love it.
Hell
Absolutely. Anyway, so going back to, I don't know how we got Bill Russell, fucking legend,
Dude.
absolute fucking legend, awesome fucking.
I mean, just put. You know what pisses me off, dude? It took way too long for him not to have a statue in Boston.
I agree. Yeah,
That should have been day one.
that was, by the way, that always reminds you of the
Bill
time
Burr?
Bill Burr
Bill
came
Burr?
on the map.
Oh.
You got a statue, a fucking Italian guy who's
Because
not even real.
because you guys are racist and you hate fuck. Oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. But yeah, it did. It took way too long for that. Took way too long for that.
So
and,
RIP.
and there are statues out of people that in Boston that should be there, I guess. But Bill Russell should have been there day
Yeah.
one. Day one, dude.
Yeah.
Day one.
I will say my original, my take on, I will say the one thing I kind of side with Bill Burr on a little bit is like
WNBA.
no, like,
Oh,
like
that was
not like the
incredible.
old one was like, I mean, you know, and this is not defending, like we just said, I think you should get pissed all over if you're a fucking racist, right? But like when he was describing like Donald Sterling and one of the,
Oh, he's like,
dude, this guy, parents like,
it's all he knew.
yeah, like it's like a very different time, you know what I mean? It's like, whatever.
Listen,
like,
it's
you're racist today, you're right, you're a fucking loser,
dude.
Like,
But like, there was and I'm here to admit it, but my father hated Jovan when he first met him. Hated him.
really?
For why? Because he was black. And then 5 years down the road, he's like, Daddy, get the fuck out of here. This is my son. And he's just like, dude, Jovan's the greatest human ever. Ever.
He's right there with my brother.
But like, if you can learn from your fucking hatred for whatever reason, and I don't even think, listen, my father worked with a guy, rest in peace, this guy's name was Jimmy Black. He was black.
Yeah.
His name was Jimmy Black. He was 5'2", 106 pounds,
Yeah.
right? Absolute pervert. Like,
That's definitely not where I expected that to go.
no, well, here's what I'm saying. So I worked.
I feel like he totally changed his mind on like.
Well, no,
Pervert.
no, but like they were best friends, dude. Best friends. But like, he didn't. Yeah.
Complete degenerate.
So I can go on and on about Jimmy Black, but Jimmy Black had a nub for a finger.
Yeah.
I still don't know how he lost it, but he scratched his tickets all the time, so we just said he scratched it away.
Yeah.
You know.
Scratch his finger away.
So my dad was like, we're definitely going to his wake. And it was like, all right, Dad, it's in Roxbury. He was like, all right, cool. So me, Jovan, Darcy, my dad all went to the wake. This is my father's, one of his best friends. Like, I don't think my dad wanted a black guy to date his daughter until he realized who the fuck it was.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, you got to figure it out now.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
This is, again, this is before my time. I found this out later in life.
Yeah.
All I've known is my father loving my brother-in-law.
Sure.
You know?
Oh, okay. So you weren't aware of this when it was. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
he
okay.
told me later. And
Yeah.
I was like, how do you not love Jovan?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And he was honest with me. He was like, because he was black. And I go, well, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know? Because now, it like, God rest my father's soul, if he looks at his fucking grandkids right now, we look like the United Nations. Like, you know? And he was, dude, my dad was, again, we go on and on about my
Yeah.
father, but he figured it out.
Yeah.
If you can go on from that, you're a better man.
Yeah.
But the whole, the reason I say is the Donald Sterling thing, it's all he knew. All he knew
Dude,
was that.
And do you know what it's like?
He's
Whatever,
a million. He's a billionaire who was a Caucasian who's never fucking had any type of black friends in his life.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's like, well, and then like the conversations happened with his girlfriend, who was a minority, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, wild shit.
I laugh about it because it's eye opening.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
But he was an 80-year-old white guy.
Yeah.
What did you
Yeah.
expect?
Yeah.
And I think he's still alive.
Yeah. I believe he is. He's definitely canceled. That's one thing.
Oh, rightfully
He's
so.
fucking rightfully canceled,
Yeah.
by the way.
But well, he's canceled for the right reasons because like he
100% he's a piece of shit.
but he also had a minority girlfriend. He was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! You can only date me as a Caucasian 80-year-old male. Don't you dare look at fucking Mandingo with a fucking
Dude.
12-inch cock."
Boondock Saints. It just came to me. That was the movie. Boondock
Oh,
Saints.
they were vigilantes.
Yeah, whatever. Hitmen, assassins, whatever they were in that movie.
All right, with
Anyways.
William Dafoe. How
Yeah,
did it,
Willem
I don't know
Dafoe.
why that
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
I know that movie back and front.
Yeah. Anyway, so now whoever my buddy is about to text me, fucking listen to the whole episode. and then-
Yeah, dickhead.
Yeah. I call him our official fact checker of the show. My buddy Anthony Riccardi, who lives in Colorado. I mentioned him many times. I grew up
The
with him.
only Italian in Colorado.
He is, dude. Kid's hair is redder than fucking fire.
You told me that.
He is looks like the most Irish Riccardi that there's ever been.
Frequent buffering over here.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
We'll figure that out.
Fuck it.
Get people coming to get pizza. We got buffering going on. I mean, whatever.
Whatever.
You grab
This
me
is
a,
real life.
Seltzer, by the way.
Absolutely.
Coming back to life over here, like Popeye with Spanish right now. Thank you. So, yeah. Anyways, going back to that Bill Russell thing, just to wrap it up. It is funny because you think like not funny, but like, you know, whatever. Like, you have it easy. Like I was watching Goodfellas today, like, and I was thinking about like the Bill Russell thing can't come on before. Not to make this like a fucking big thing about race, but like, and then there's that whole thing where like Samuel L. Jackson plays Stax in that, and he's like, and they're like,
Stax always came in,
Yeah,
played the guitar for everybody. Everybody loves Stax.
yeah, and I'm like, and it's like, it's like,
And
you
it's
know,
Samuel fucking Jackson.
Yeah, it's like, it's like Jesus Christ, we're not that far removed from like some very fucking stereotypical fucking shit. You know?
All right, so this is like the last thing we'll talk about race today.
Yeah.
Right. So my mother and father had a friend. I forget his name, and it's gonna kill me, just like you did with the fucking Boondock Saints, right? So I remember being like, my parents are still together, and I've said it 100 times, like they split when I was young, but I remember them coming into the house. You go, Santa's coming, and it was a black guy dressed as Santa.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck to do. I go, why is he black? And they're like, yeah, and he was this big. You know what I mean? Like, he was a little fucking guy.
Sure.
That day on, I was like, Santa's not real.
Yeah.
Santa's not real. And then I looked at his face, like, later on in life, I was like, I know him. He was at the bar with my parents, you know?
He's a parent's friend.
But like, seriously, can you imagine being black and be like, who the fuck is this guy coming down my...
fucking guy.
Who the fuck's coming down my chimney?
Yeah. I agree.
So, like, it was opposite for me, but, like, I found out Santa wasn't real, which, by the way, if you still believe in Santa, he is. I'm
got
just
bad
lying.
news for you.
I'm lying. Yeah.
I got bad news for you.
That was my my take on Santa and fucking race and all that shit, but I forget his fucking name, dude. It sucks.
By the way, I was thinking of, we were talking about the drinking thing, right? My buddy was in here yesterday. He was a union iron worker. We talk about him a lot. My buddy,
Josh!
Josh, yeah. Legend. And he was like, he was telling me that, like, you went to the doctor and she was like, oh, how many drinks do you have? And he was like, she's like, oh, it says here you have 20 drinks a week. And he's like, I must have said that, like, last time I was there. And he's like, yeah.
Double it?
And well, because that's what they assume, right? And she's like, typing. She's like, that's kind of a lot. And he goes, is it? Because in his head, he's like, definitely double that number. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely fucking double that number.
Even when you try to be honest, like, they're just like, all right, cool.
Yeah. They're like, and by the way, I used to work at a hospital. I used to work at Melrose Wakefield Hospital in high school.
Yeah.
I was like, got a job there through my buddy. It's clean rooms, right? Those fucking emergency room doctors and nurses would be cranking butts like deviants outside of the fucking...
Really?
100%, dude. 100 fucking percent. Just cranking butts. So, like...
I remember seeing a firefighter during, like, stop, drop, and roll week.
Yeah.
Like, when they came to your school and they're like, if you see a fire, stop, drop, and roll. Went outside, this fucking guy's got a heater.
Oh, I bet.
6 feet, dude. He just... I go, you said don't smoke. He's like, mind your business.
Dude, so
You know,
my doctor... I got a great doctor story right in a second, but my doctor now is my buddy's brother, younger brother.
Yeah.
Ben Califf. Dr. Ben Califf, he's a great doctor, by the way. His dad is like the guy who like is the original doctor, and his son's like taking over the practice. Ben. He's my doctor. I went to him because I hate going to the doctor. Because I feel like the two places I fucking hate going more than anything. The doctor's office and my accountant. Because they're both telling me I'm a shitbag, basically. You know what I mean? Like I owe money or fucking, whatever. But I told, when I transferred to become him to be my doctor, I was like, all right, I just got 2 rules. I'm like, you're not shoving your fingers up my ass or touching my balls. I'll let you know if there's a problem there. That's it. Those are the 2 rules. Of that, dude, he's like the best. He's like, how you feeling? I'm like, good. He's like, all right,
Come back
15 pounds. I'm like, then I'll come back. He's like, wow, you lost 25 pounds. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, you put on 25. I'm like, that's kind of the way it goes. He's like, he's like, yeah, I mean, it would be good if you were like a little more even. Then I see him in Billy's roast beef, and I'm like, dude, you're getting a super with fucking 3-way. Like, you're trying to give me fucking advice over here?
It's a crapshoot.
All right, here's a great doctor story. You ready?
Sure.
So when I was first starting with the company I had worked for before this company, I had no health insurance. It was like before there was before you had to have health insurance stuff.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have the money to pay for
You
it.
still do, I think, right?
What?
Need to have health insurance.
You do now, but like back then you didn't have to.
Okay.
You could be uninsured. And like I didn't have the money to pay to like Cobra for my old company. So like I was starting with this company. I had no money. I was living with Mags, like whatever. And just stressed to the fucking gills. I had no money. It was fucking brutal. So all of a sudden, like I started getting all this fucking ridiculous like roaming back pain, right? Like my back. And then I started getting like lower abdomen fucking cramping and stuff. It was going on for like weeks. And I'm like, I said, I was in tears. I was like laying in bed with Maggie. I'm fucking dying of cancer. Like, I have something wrong with me, but I can't go to the doctor because I don't have any fucking insurance and I don't have the money to pay to go to the hospital. Went to the fucking ER one night in Boston, and they were like, yeah, well, hydrate more and stuff. Like, they just want to get the fuck out of there, right?
Right.
So finally, I go to call my old doctor, who I hadn't been to like in a year, who was up here. This guy, Steve Masucci. They're like, Dr. Masucci's gone. Your new doctor, well, you can transfer to the guy who took over his practice, this guy, Kanu Patel, Dr. Kanu Patel. This was my doctor for years. Now, I've said on this show, I do not believe it's racist to do an imitation if you're actually imitating the person you sound like the guy.
Sure.
I can fucking nail this guy. So I call, I'm like, hey, listen, I don't have insurance. And to this guy's credit, he was like, come in and he's like, I'll take care of you for like, and fucking.
On the cuff.
Yeah, like I paid him like $50 for it. So I go up, dude, and I'm like, I'm like in tears. Like, I'm fucking dying. In my mind, I'm dying of cancer. Riddled. Bones are fucking.
Riddled with
cancer. Like, fucking everywhere. So I go,
why am I laughing? It's terrible.
So I go to, I'm like, listen, I have this chronic fucking back pain. I have this like cramping in my lower abdomen constantly. And he goes, okay. He goes, get up on the table. So I like get up on the table. He's like, undo your belt and pants. So I undo my belt and pants. So he's like pressing on like my fucking, my upper abdomen shit. And then he's like, okay. So like, he's like, get down. So I go, now I'm sitting in his office. I'm just waiting for him to be like, dude, you need a battery test. Up and down. Full fucking scans. Yeah. Right? He goes, I think maybe your belt too tight. I go, no. I go, what? He goes, I think maybe your belt too tight. I go, my belt's too tight. He goes, hey, sometimes you buy a belt not big enough. And he goes, and then it caused cramping because it's too tight. I'm like, that's what you're fucking giving me? I'm dying. I'm fucking, in my mind, I'm dying, dude.
Does he know that you just bought a $175 belt in the future?
Dude, I'm like Brian's song or whatever that fucking that movie was.
Brian Piccolo.
I'm like Brian's song. In my mind, Maggie's going to be holding my hand and I've done nothing for the world, right?
Gail Sears just crying.
Gail Sears is crying. He's like, maybe your belt's too tight. And then I actually, like, dude, no lie. The guy was like, I'm like, all right, that's all you have for me. I remember I had to call Maggie, and she goes, what did he say? Like, because I was like, dude, I was a fucking basket case. I think I'm dying. And I'm like, he said, maybe my belt's too tight. And she's like, are you fucking shitting me? That was what he gave you. I'm like, I kind of like this doctor, though. I'm kind of down with this guy. So I used to go to him, and he's like,
has nothing to do with your body. It's the accessories you're buying.
He goes, your blood pressure's high. It was one time, and I'm like, yeah, I go, whatever. He goes, you know what? He goes, you go to Border Cafe? Border Cafe, if you're from around here, is like a Mexican restaurant. Right?
Yeah.
That's where I ran and drove on. And Darcy. I go, yeah. And he goes, I have high blood pressure too. He goes, and when my wife go to the bathroom, he goes, I salt the chips again because I love it. I love the salt. I'm like, dude, I was like, you're giving me advice, but you're telling me you double salt the chips at the Border Cafe.
Brendan, I've always gotten credit for my impressions. Your impression of Indian guys is through the roof right now. I'm pretty good at impressions.
That guy is my favorite doctor.
He double salts the chips.
Dude, double salts the chips. Then he goes, and you know what the fucking funny thing about this guy is? And I credit this guy with this. He grew up in India, right? Like he's like told me like his life story, right? So one time we were on vacation. I
never stopped the chips.
I thought I had like a ringworm on my arm. Like I had this like little like circular rash. What the fuck is this? And I had a couple of them. So I went to him, and I'm like, dude, what is this? Like, whatever. I'm like, he's like, it's not ringworm. I'm like, all right. And I go, all right. He goes, I think you wait it out. I'm like, what? Wait it out? I don't want to wait. He goes, well, here's what you do. You go to one of these specialists. Give you all the medication. You need to clear up on his own. And I'm like, so you're just telling me to wait it out? And he's like, yeah, usually it cleared up. And he was fucking right. Like, a month later, it was gone. And he's like,
he didn't want you to spend $1 for the insurance.
Dude. This guy, like,
what's his name? I need a doctor.
Dr. Kanu Patel. He's in Stoneham, hopefully. I had to switch because, like, our insurance changed. So that's why I have my buddy's brother as my doctor. He's not nearly as fun to imitate, by the way. He's just like, hey, how's your life going? Like, this guy's like, oh, I double salted chips. Dude, it's like, I've been actually, you know what the funny is? Maggie was like, when we started this podcast, Maggie goes, when are you going to tell the belt too tight story? I'm like, oh my God, it's coming at some point. Maybe your belt too tight. I'm waiting for the guy to be like, you have pancreatic cancer. You're dying.
Yeah.
You're fucking dying.
Yeah, you're 90 days.
You got a month. Yeah. He's like, maybe you go back to Macy's, get a bigger belt. I'm like, oh, thank you very much.
Had he known that you were about to put $175
Yeah,
note.
I mean, dude, I bought that in the name of him. You know what I mean? Absolutely fucking legendary guy for the doctor's office, by the way.
Incredible.
So tell me about the wedding.
You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Dude,
I'm born ready.
holy shit. I need a new one. Saturday morning, right? First off, Friday night. I end that.
Was there like a rehearsal dinner?
That was rehearsal dinner, yep.
Yeah.
Marina Wharf. Told you, I said, they need better help.
Yeah.
The bar was packed, so I know it's like, whatever. They get business. They get business over there. I'm like, fuck, dude. I only got one car, right? Me, 100 kids, wife.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, dude. I gotta get an Uber. First time, I have to get an Uber just
Sure.
to get somewhere.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm fine with getting home. And I'm like, wait a minute. I gotta have a lot of people that owe me favors. You know? First person I reach out, Joe Teddy, right? Joe Teddy, you'll meet. He's as big as this garage, drinks more than us combined. He's a complete psychopath. Called him, and I was like, yo, dude, might help me out? He was like, all right. He lives in Melrose right now, actually.
Oh, nice.
He's like, wife's got a mani-pedi.
Does he have tortoise fucking shell fucking glasses? Was he here last night talking about gender diversity?
No, he's
Thank God. Okay,
he's
good.
the
I like
size
this
of a
guy.
tortoise.
I already like this guy.
Yeah, he's the size of a tortoise.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like they grow up to be like 190 years old? He's that age. Like he's he's Blastoise in Pokemon,
Yeah.
right? So call him. He's like, yeah, wife's taking the car, getting a mani-pedi, can't help you out. First thought was, could probably drop her off, pick me up.
Sure.
Left that alone. So I go, fuck. Now I'm going through my list, dude. Like, who owes me like a solid?
Sure.
My sister-in-law, right? My sister-in-law, Chrissy's sister.
Chris's, yeah.
When she was like 18, 19, she's obviously older now. She's in her 29, whatever. I've never asked her for. When she was 18, 19, she'd call me at 3 a.m. Danny, you need to come get me. Where are you? I'm in fucking Cobden Square, Dorchester. All right, no problem. I'm here. Always kept him in the back of the noodle, right? So Friday night, I'm looking through my phone and I go, perfect fucking time.
Winner, chicken
right?
dinner.
So now me and her birthday is August 19th. I'm August 20th.
Yep.
I hate to do the fucking Leo thing. We do have the same personality.
Yep.
I'm stubborn. I'm loud. You disrespect me. I disrespect you type of shit.
Yep.
We weren't on the same page right now. Currently. I love the girl to death.
Yeah.
But like right now we're like
Give a little animosity
we're like here.
Yeah.
I go, I'm going in. So I go, Brianna, what are you doing tomorrow morning? This is at 11 o'clock Friday. Sleeping in, hopefully. I go, you could have said anything else. I go, I need you tomorrow morning. You know what her answer was? Name a time and place.
Love it.
Name a time
Love
and
it.
place.
Love it. Love
So
it.
now I know she loves this like fucking strawberry bullshit drink from Starbucks.
Yeah.
So
I know it because my daughter gets it all the time.
It's
costs
first
like $90.
Yeah, it's
dragon fruit, fucking whatever it's
It's
called.
fucking. It comes with
Pink
it's
drink.
like,
It's called pink drink.
it's like a whole fucking fruit basket.
Yeah, it's got strawberries in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, listen, don't get. I was like, come, pick me up. We'll go to Starbucks. Drop me off. I love you to death. So she did. Right. So I get dropped off at like 8 a.m. She thought she was sleeping in. She's good now. We're good. Right. We'll argue later on in life.
Yeah.
But she came through when I needed her.
Yep.
Right. Get to the hotel. We're there. This is at 8 o'clock in the morning. The reception, I already told you about the hotel. I'm sorry, the church. No AC.
Yep.
So we knew about that. So these were flowing. Like we're doing high nooners all day long.
Sure.
No free ads. We get to one of the groomsmen is sober. One of my boys, like for life. Haven't seen him in a while. Had a great time. Blah blah blah. He's like, we got to go to the liquor store. I go, why the fuck are you going to the liquor store? He's like, I need cigarettes. All right.
Yep.
Let's go. So we all went as a group. We looked like Reservoir Dogs. We had fucking we didn't have the jackets on.
Yeah.
But we had like we were all up there and We all walking through
Looking like
Seaport.
a fucking Millie.
We weren't bad. We
Yeah.
didn't look bad, right? There was actually 2 guys that were sober. Shout out to JP. So, come back, do our pictures or whatever. Photographer was supposed to be there at 11. We're dressed, ready to roll. Dude, you like me and you.
Yeah.
On time. You say 11?
Yeah.
We're ready at 10:45.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? We're like this for roughly 45 minutes. The groom's losing his mind.
As he should be.
I'm psychotic. He's loud and obnoxious psychotic.
Yeah.
You know? Where the fuck is she? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, dude, enough.
Yeah.
Calm down. The best man, he asked me for a shout out today. My guy, my fucking brother, Danny Suda. The best human ever.
By the way, you got, you know what? Because he was the best man, he's got a shirt coming too. How you like that?
Oh, how about that?
Giving shirts away today.
Dude, Danny is like, so me and Stevie had like a similar personality, and Danny's like kind of calm and collective. But Danny, remember I told you last week, like not everyone's allowed in here?
Yeah.
Danny's allowed now.
Yeah, of course.
Danny's allowed. He can't drink. He's a bitch. Can't drink. Can't drink.
What do you mean you can't drink?
Can't drink, dude. He's just not a drinker.
Yeah.
He just can't drink. He will drink. He can't drink.
I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah. That's fine though. You know
Skips-
what the funny
skips
thing
a
is?
generation,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
it's like Teen Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. So he just can't. But whatever. That's my guy. But he's an avid listener here.
Nice. Shout out.
So we finally fucking get to the Seaport, right? Now, I need to make myself very clear. Seaport is amazing.
Yep.
My problem is there's too many tourists in the Seaport now.
Gotcha.
Pictures are being done. God forbid you just stay fucking still for 2 seconds while the photographer is doing pictures of the bridal party.
Yeah.
The photographer is 13 months pregnant. She's ready to pop at any fucking moment, right?
13 months.
And there's people like, sorry, mid fucking picture. Like, so you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
You knew what you were doing,
Yeah.
right? Now, pictures are done. I need to talk to you about the biggest dick energy you've ever seen in your life, all right?
Yep.
So, the original wedding was supposed to be in Costa Rica later this year.
Yep.
All right. Emilio, the guy that I talked about earlier, got a little bit of the cancer. We had to move it up. My man's doing all right now.
Good. Nice.
He's doing all right. And by the way, dude, not even a question, like Stevie the bride, Stevie the bride, right?
That, by the way, that's a name of a woman you want to marry.
No, Stevie's the groom.
Oh, I thought you said it was her name.
No.
That would be fucking awesome.
No, but like
If you had a wife that was named Stevie?
no,
Like, she's...
like Stevie Nicks?
Yeah, she's throwing 1,000.
Yeah, no, but I call Stevie the bride.
Yeah, okay.
Stevie
all right.
had,
All right, all right.
Stevie had a fucking hunter green tux. Dude,
Nolan Ryan in his fucking heyday just fucking...
pissed me the fuck off. Pissed me the fuck
Absolutely
off.
fucking suplex
Right?
you.
So Stevie's father-in-law, Emilio from Italy,
Yeah.
comes in and just... when was the last time you seen a green tux? You haven't.
I've never seen one in my life.
Emilio's father comes... I'm sorry, because there's Emilio and Emilio Jr.
Yeah.
Emilio Sr. comes in, white jacket, black bow tie, black pants, accent. Dude, if he came in and he was like, I'm going to take your wife, there was nothing you could do about it.
You're like, done. Yeah,
Done.
All right, yeah.
So he did like a cheers post. Listen, the guy was unbelievable,
Yes.
right? But here's the big dick energy I'm talking about, right? So we were supposed to go to Costa Rica, had to move it up.
Sure.
My man Stevie is doing very well for himself.
Yep.
His wife is a nurse, Amanda. Fucking looked amazing last night, right? Whole bridal party. Fucking shout out to him, right? Dude, I go, where is the wedding now? He goes, I took over Davio's in the Seaport.
We're throwing some fucking hundos.
Took over
Undies,
Davio's.
your undies
So now I'm like, all right, there's upstairs. I know where Davio's is.
Yeah,
at,
yeah.
right? So I'm like, oh, all right, upstairs. I'm like, how many people you got? He's like, 250. I'm like, all right. So I look at the rooms in the Seaport. I'm sorry, in Davio's. 150 50. Like, they have rooms, but it's
Sure.
like, it's only four.
Yeah.
So we get there, bro. I had no idea. My man took over Davio's. Like, if you
The whole
went there
place.
last night,
You couldn't go.
couldn't go in.
I love that.
Couldn't go in. Now,
That's a fucking hard.
it gets better. It gets better. It gets
Yeah.
better. So I go up, go grab a drink, give him my card, open bar. Open bar. So now listen.
That's me doing a little golf clap.
I am all about an open bar.
Speaking of open bar.
Wherever it is, right?
Yes.
Wherever it is, right?
Yes. Well documented.
We are in the most expensive part of Boston, looking like snacks, with an open bar. At the end of the night, I am not trying to like sit there and fucking say what they spent on it because I have no idea.
Sure.
Here's what I do know. At like 11:30, I went up to it was a 7-hour reception after the church,
Christ.
right? So it was
Yeah.
5 to 1, whatever. 6 hours, whatever. I don't know, 7 hours.
Yeah.
I went up at like 11:30 to grab a drink.
That's 8 hours, I think. But anyways, go
Whatever.
ahead.
Modern education. Went up at like 11:30 to grab a drink.
Yeah.
Went to go walk away. The bartender goes, "Oh, hey, that's $16." And I go, "All right." I didn't even budge, right? I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey, man, you're the first paid customer tonight." And I go, "All right." He goes, "Yeah, the bride and groom had a $30,000 budget for an open bar." Dude, I'm not kidding. The amount of money around, like
30 G's.
that's just for the bar.
Yeah. Forget about everything else.
So when I tell you this was the best wedding I've ever had in my life,
Yep.
I'm not kidding.
Yep.
Start to finish.
Yep.
30 grand for the bar. Now, it wasn't your traditional wedding, dude. It wasn't, no one got a plate. It was like
I like that better, by the way. I've talked about this with
yeah.
you. I like that better.
It was like but listen, I had 47 pieces of rack of lamb.
Dude, I love that.
It was insane.
Don't sit me down and stop the fucking music.
Insane. Like, they were like, you can't have shots. Like, all right, can I have it neat? Yep. They were like, yep, you just have to order it correctly.
Yeah.
Right? It was the best wedding. Shout out to Davio's. It was a fucking
Davio's is awesome.
great,
I love Davio's.
great experience.
Yeah.
And I told you I had a lot to talk about on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So naturally, I killed the dance floor.
Yep.
Naturally, right?
Yes.
So she has family. They're from Revere. They're Italian. Last name's Digitali, right? But her mother is from Argentina.
Okay.
So he's from Italy. She's from Argentina. There's a lot of talks. He might be a Nazi. He's not. Because they moved. That's a true story. All the Italians moved to
Yeah,
Argentina.
yeah.
The Nazis, whatever. No, they're good people. They did like the whole Italian songs where they waved. This is all
yeah.
new. It's all
Yeah.
new to me. All
Yeah.
new to me, right? Everyone's get their fucking napkins flowing like Petey Pablo, North Carolina, right? What a time, dude. They have an there's a dance.
Yeah.
It was like wild to me. I just
Yeah.
know like Boston Italians. I don't know real Italians.
No, yeah.
They got a whole dance. They hold
Oh,
each
yeah.
other. They're fucking going crazy. We all end up fucking like she has family literally all over the globe.
Yeah.
Right. Stevie has family from Malden and Chelsea,
I was
and
gonna
that's
say,
it.
I was gonna say, no,
So
like us.
so when I say like, Steve, like his last name is Suda, Siuda.
Yeah.
It's very Polish. But his father, who's from Chelsea, shout out to Big Gay Steve. We call him Big Gay Steve. Big Gay Steve Suda. His mother's O'Reilly.
Okay.
So they're like 3/4 Irish, and like there's a little fucking Polak in them, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Polacks, stupid fucks. All right.
By the way, I was actually thinking of real quick. I'm not breaking your I am breaking your cadence, but first of all, can you grab me one of those seltzers? Second of all, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, why were there Polish jokes? Like, why is it like there were jokes that like Polish people are dumb? Like, I know why the jokes are that like Irish people are drunks.
Yeah.
Or like have alcohol problems, right?
No, there's a lot.
But there's like a lot of like
My
Polish jokes.
my favorite Polish joke. Can I say it?
100%.
What do you call a good-looking person in Poland?
What?
A tourist.
Dude,
They're so ugly.
By the way, I don't know why Polish jokes are a thing. Real quick, I gotta tell this joke because they are. It's ridiculous because I actually thought of this the other day. I'm like, first of all, I know like a couple people who have Polish descent.
Yeah.
But like I never have like known
Why is
any-
it? Why is their last names like a Scrabble pieces?
Yeah,
Skavakowski.
Is that Eastern Bloc? I mean, is that the Eastern Bloc? Like, dude, when you ever met some real Eastern Bloc motherfuckers? Like, I used to work at Home Depot with these three. Dude, listen to this fucking story. Two brothers, one cousin. The two brothers were Mentor and Artun, right? And the guy used to go, and he used to go like this. He goes, the first time I started working there. Now imagine me. I pulled up to work there part time so I could pay the electric bill in my house in my fucking Audi A4 at the time, thinking I was hot shit, and I'm working in the hardware department in the Chelsea Home Depot. Mentor goes to me, he goes, you see that girl over there? I go, yeah. He goes, me and Artun had a three-way fuck with her at Christmas party last year. I go, three-way fuck with, he goes, yes, we did it in Artun's basement. I'm like, okay. And then like the next day, he brings in his wife with his kids, and I'm like, that guy's married? And he's like, oh yes, we double team her in the fucking basement.
Oh.
Three-way fuck. I'm like, this girl was such a pig. I'm like, they're not Polish, but anyways, I forget what they were. But I, you know, I said to somebody, I'm like, dude, you meet people like this, these guys that came from over there, like, you're like, oh, my life's hard. These guys will kill you for a bag of rice.
No problem.
Like, they will fucking murder you.
I need to eat.
Yeah, in your
Good
sleep.
luck with your
Dude,
spleen on the fucking basement.
So it turned out they was fucking doing a scam on the depot in Chelsea. What they would do is they would punch each other in all the time. So they were making like fucking
Double time?
Dude, they were all making like $150, 150 grand, right? So they got caught. They stonewalled them. They were like, okay, you can just admit to it. They were like, we admit nothing. And they're like, what? They're like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Never happened.
And they fucking just were like, all right, yeah, I guess we don't have you. They just let him go. It's fucking, dude, they were so like cryptic. I remember like one time, like, I thought you drove an Acura, and he had like a camera. He goes, he goes, leads into my car. He goes, we have many cars. We have many cars. I'm like, it would not surprise you if they were like running hookers. Like they were fucking, they were like the guys in the movie, like the guy that Liam Neeson kills. Like that was like these two brothers.
Good luck.
Anyways, go ahead. Go back to what you were talking about.
So, the whole fucking wedding
Also,
was...
my buddy who was in here last night goes, you guys must script this thing out, right? Because like it's, I'm like, we don't even write anything down. And you know what? Because we don't have a subject tonight, this thing could be 4 hours. This would be the Schindler's List of fucking...
People have always said, like, you guys need more than 2 hours. Well, guess what?
You're getting it tonight.
So the wedding goes on, right? We're all over the dance floor. I'm murdering it. Just like absolutely stabbing the dance floor.
People dead all
Yeah.
over the place.
Everyone's dying. End of the night happens. And, oh, by the way, before we even get to that. So we had the absolute spread of a lifetime for food. We think it's over. Everyone gets hungry at the end of the night. Dude, they bring out a fucking ice cream. Every ice cream you can imagine, right? Just to nibble on.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you like ice cream? I'm like, yeah, obviously, as I'm a fucking human. If you don't, here's little personal pizzas and little fries, right? So I was like, I'm going to eat the fries first before the ice cream. Dude,
Yeah.
these fries came out, and they had little, like, you know, like the crystals of, like, sea salt? Brendan, these might have been the best fries I've ever had in my life. And the problem is it came out with the little carafe of, like, fraud ketchup.
Yeah.
Which I'm at that point, whatever. I'm sitting there eating it. I'm like, there's not enough. The thing of ketchup was that big, and that's enough for one fry. Need a little bigger carafe fry, Davio's.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm crushing it. Right. Go back, have an ice cream, any flavor you can imagine. It was like Willy Wonka's house of fucking ice cream. It was unbelievable, dude. I don't think I've ever had that at like a wedding where like. Yeah, you get like dessert, like piece of cake. I'm done with cake.
So, by the way, my mother did at my wedding, which was unbelievable.
Done with cake.
My mother did a fucking candy bar. So
Yeah.
It was like gummy bears, like all
Yes,
that shit.
yes.
Like you take whatever you want.
Fuck yeah.
By the way, I noticed this today in Goodfellas. I'd never noticed this before. Jimmy Conway, Jimmy the Gent, right?
Yep.
And that played by De Niro, the Irish guy. I had never noticed this little tidbit. This is why you need to rewatch movies like that all the time. When they're having dinner at, or they kill Billy what's his name?
Billy Bats?
Billy Bats. And then they go to his Pesci's mom's house.
The hoof, the wing.
They'll have the wing, yeah. I gotta cut it off, the poor bastard. When
It's a
they
sin,
eat,
Ma.
Jimmy Conway reaches over and he grabs a thing of Heinz ketchup. They're eating pasta, and he like pops it. Yeah, and I'm
Rolls
like,
it.
dude. And I'm like, that is such an Irish person thing. They have
He
the ketchup
rolls
over
it.
him.
He doesn't move one hand, and it's just upside down. It's a
It's
glass. It's a
unfucking
glass. I
believable.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a glass bottle. He just rolls it. It's 3 a.m.
I think that's Scorsese's mom that plays that
It
part.
is. It is.
Yeah. She's great in that movie, by the way.
Yep.
She's
And
excellent.
his father, Scorsese's father's in the jail scene.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
He's the one that's pulling the pork chops off.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Next time you look, just look for the eyebrows. It's his
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like him. So, end of the night. So I obviously went with like the groomsmen or whatever to the bridal party on the bus. Christy drove to the church. Had my buddy Wes pick up. I was like, hey, can you just take her for like an hour and a half? We're taking pictures, whatever. If you don't mind, take her. Go to a bar for an hour and a half, whatever. Yep, no problem. Long story short, Wes is fucking annihilated at the end of the night, right? My Haitian fucking friend Wes, right? Bonkers. So she's texting me. She had to leave. So our youngest has a infection. She was in the AR today. She's fine.
Okay, good.
But she has an infection in her lungs, which was caused from like hoses when she was the first month in the NICU.
Okay,
They
yeah.
told us that. So she's good now. She's home. But my mother-in-law had her last
What a
night.
way to have a hangover, by the way.
Yeah, tell me about it. So, mother-in-law had her last night. Chrissy had to leave earlier, right? So she didn't stay the whole night. So I had to Uber home, and this fucking kid Wes, who I love to death,
Yeah.
like fucking, he is 3 sheets to the wind drunk, right? To the point where I'm like, hey man, like we're gonna take an Uber back home, but your car's here. I need to get shit because Christy left shit in your car. And he's looking at me, threw me.
Nothing fucking going on.
Threw
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Brendan threw me, right? So I go, Wes, like, where did you park? He goes, yep. Well, that's not an answer.
That's not an answer to
Yeah.
that question. Yep.
So I go, where'd you go? Where'd you park? Parking lot. Where's the parking lot? All right, so now this is like at the end of the night. People are leaving. So we go, I find the parking lot. We go down to the 3rd fucking level of the parking lot. There wasn't anybody on the 1st level. I don't know why we were on the 3rd.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the only car down there. I go, where's your keys? I got them right now. Pull them out. Pulls out his phone, bro. Like this. Now, for the people that aren't watching, imagine your left hand on the handle, and he pulls out his phone and goes like this and taps his other hand with the phone and tries to wiggle it. And I go, what are you doing? He goes, these are my keys. And I'm like, now I'm mad. Wes, where's the fucking keys?
Yeah.
So now I'm like assaulting him,
Yeah.
trying to go through his pockets. There's no keys there. Now I know he has keys because he drove my fucking fiance
Sure.
there. So I walk back to the fucking establishment, find his jacket, keys are in it, come back, open the car. He goes, where you going? I go, what are you talking about? He goes, we have a car right here. We can leave. I go, there's no chance you're driving. 0. He goes, well, where you going? I go, I'm going to throw these in the sewer so you don't have a choice to fucking drive,
Yeah.
right? We get back, talk to Danny and Stevie, the best man in the room, and I go, I'm going to kill Wes tonight unless you take these keys. Puts them in his pocket, right? I get into, the shuttle was taking far too long, so someone got an Uber, and they were like, there's one more spot. You want to come? Yep, let's do it. So I go up, all my bag, like my clothes was still at the hotel. I wasn't staying there, but I was going to take a hotel Uber from there. Take the Uber, go to the hotel. Kid that got the Uber goes, hey, why don't you just take this Uber back to Malden? And I go, that's a great idea. So the Uber lady goes, where do you live? I go, Malden. She puts her head down. I go, don't you ever do that again.
Don't you disrespect the
Yeah.
city like that, you bitch.
And she goes, I'm from Randolph. I go, I'm sorry to hear that. You know?
Yeah, Randolph.
And she
By the
goes-
way, Randolph is trash people.
And she goes, how much cash? Right? So now when Christy was going back to the house, she needed an Uber. And I
Yeah.
saw what she paid. And it was $18.
Yeah.
So I was like, $40 cash. She goes, make it 50. I go, nope. I go, nope. And she goes, okay, no problem. And she let me use the charger, and we were cool. You know, listen, I'm giving you $40. It gets worse, right? So I want to be very clear. I go upstairs, I grab my bag. I'm at 2%, right?
Ugh.
Come back downstairs, the shuttle comes. The bride puked everywhere outside. There's a bunch of people. Dude, the Omni Hotel in Seaport is like Vegas.
Yeah.
It was 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, people are out there.
Yeah, trying
you know?
to get fucking rides.
No, just like hang,
just like partying?
the bars in the Omni Hotel.
like
it was
all
wild.
spilling out,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, it was wild. So they see her puke. Wes, who the kid I was talking about, is out there, just raiding, fucking finish him, you know. So I go, where are you going? And he goes, don't know, just like that. So Danny, best man, says, can you bring him back to Malden? I go, yeah, I can. Love you, fucking dap up, we leave. Uber comes, this kid still has no idea that, like, he just made my life a living hell the last hour. Get back we get an Uber, immediately sleeping, right? We get to, I'm trying to give a visual, but we're on the side of, like, going past the north end. Like, we're not in 93.
Yep.
You know, Northern Ave. Northern Ave. Northern Ave. We get to a stoplight. Our cab driver is Brazilian. He goes, oh, holy shit! Look to the left. There was a couple. Right hand to God, if I will die right now. There was a couple. I mean, skin to skin, ass naked, on the concrete, fucking. Fucking. I'm at 2%. I go to open the video, phone dead. Phone is dead, right? He goes, did you fucking see that? I'm trying to wake up Wes. He's
Good news, when I tell the rest of my story about Saturday night, that was me on the side of the road.
Dude,
It's me and Max.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to wake up Wes, my friend, right?
Yeah.
Who I want to kill, just so I can get another witness.
Yeah.
The
When
only
he was phone.
the only witness I have is the Brazilian Uber driver. All right. She goes, what the fuck? So we're screaming out the window like, yeah, right, having a great time.
Dude, by the way, you seem to, like you said earlier.
I bounced
in the
back.
Show, you said earlier in like one of the things you're like, you know a lot of bar owners. You've seen a lot of people fuck in public, like
Yeah, for sure.
that Southie story, now this story.
Yeah,
like, you've
yeah.
seen a lot of people
I've
fucking
seen.
in
Yeah,
public.
it's.
Like, yeah.
I can't explain it. I don't go out. I don't have a camera on me. I'm not. You know. So we end up
You're
going.
Joe Black. What was the guy's name? Your dad's buddy.
Oh no, I'm not him. I'm not him. I am not him. Dude. So we end up getting back to Malden. I get my car. At this point, I told you I've already sobered up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got to get Wes to his house. So I go grab my keys in my house, come outside. He's on the side of my car, puking.
Oh God.
Happens, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
No.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm
right?
just saying, like, it's gross.
So he gets in the car. Wes, where do you live? 190. That's all he says to me. 190.
Yeah.
He goes, I go, all right. So now the best man tells me, he lives near Oak Grove. So now I'm driving around Oak Grove, looking for 190 like a fucking idiot, right? So I'm like, this don't make sense, right? So I'm like, Wes, where you live? 190. Awesome. So now I go through Malden Square, which is one stop away.
Yeah.
Right? Like on the orange line, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So now I'm in Malden Square. I'm on Pleasant Street. And I'm like, I don't know why, but I feel like he lives in those apartments that are 190 Pleasant.
Yeah.
So I'm at 160, which is the other side of there's two apartments that, they connect.
Yep.
I go, Wes, wake up, dude. Now I'm fucking hitting him.
Yeah.
Wes, wake up. 190 what? So now I need you to picture a guy in the passenger seat, passed out, looking out the window, snoring. And he just he doesn't move his body at all. He just moves his neck, opens his eyes, and says, Monday.
Monday.
And I go, what? And he goes, you heard me. Like I'm the idiot.
Yeah, you're a fucking dickhead.
I go, what the fuck are you talking about? I go, 190 what? He goes, you heard me. And I go, Wes, dude, Monday isn't an answer. And he goes, yeah, I know. Now I'm like, you can't beat up a drunk person because you go to jail. I'm like, it's homicide.
Yeah.
You know? So now I move up a little further. Have all the windows are down. Like,
Yeah.
get fresh air.
Yeah.
I'm fucking rattling this kid. Wake up. Wes, we're at 160 Pleasant Street. He looks at me and goes, yeah, like 50 feet that way. And I go, you motherfucker, dude. So I watched him cross the street, fall, get up. He goes, it's the brown door. And he just looks at me like I'm the idiot. Walks in, saw him get in the lobby, never saw him again. Got a text message before I got up this morning. Thank you for bringing me home.
That kid owes you a Rolex.
Dude,
He owes you a Rolex.
I love this kid so much. I've never seen him that drunk. Someone might have roofied him. That's how drunk he was, dude.
Well, I will say this. It's funny because when you said he threw up, I'm like, I don't know the last time I threw up from drinking booze was. Maybe when I was in high school?
Oh,
Maybe
no,
college.
I throw up all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
From drinking?
Yeah.
Like, how often, though? Like,
Well, because the problem is, like, I'll go from beer to mixed drinks.
No, I know. Then so he buys you a couple shots or whatever.
And then,
yeah.
then I get, comes right here, right in the fucking throat. and
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
don't get it.
I go, it's coming. I go, it's
very
coming.
rare that it happens. This is funny. So yesterday, I think I told the beginning of the story, but my buddy, the ironworker Josh, he was in here. He texted me. He's like, he's working 7 days a week, right? Yeah. Right now. So he texted me. He goes, you thirsty? I'm coming. I'm getting out of the job right now. I go, yeah, come by. We'll have a beer. So he stops by. Maggie comes out, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing tonight? He's like, dude, I'm working tomorrow. He's like, fucking got this 50th birthday for this guy, friend of a friend. He's like, open bar at Tia's. He's like,
Tia's
and
is
he goes, dude,
Tia's
he goes,
is fire.
by the way, 80 people. He goes, open bar. He goes, you know what I'm sick of? I go, what? He goes, everybody being rich except for us. He goes, me and you being the non-rich people around it. Anyway, so he goes, dude, I told Court, he's telling Maggie this. He goes, I told Court, I'm in a fucking Uber by 9. I'm done. I gotta be at the job site. This job's a mess right now. He's a foreman. He's like, and she's like, oh, well, you gonna really go home? He goes, I'm fucking going home by 9, whatever, right? So I'm like, me and this kid are like, same people. So I know. I've read this book a million times.
Yeah.
He goes, this morning she goes, I'm all hungover. And then this afternoon she goes, did you see the video from Mike Taylor's birthday party yet? I go, no, why? She goes, I don't think Josh went home at 9. It's a video that the wife took, and it's like they had a band or something there. They were like, it was like Hey Jealousy or some song like that. She goes, Josh is just screaming at the top of his lungs, but he doesn't know the lyrics. And so he's like, doesn't know the words. He's like, rah! And like, she's like, that definitely wasn't at 8:30 p.m. Like, I'm like, he definitely didn't go to work today. Like, no fucking questions.
Dude, so, like I told you, like, I think the mom is from, like, Argentina. So there was a lot of Hispanic songs out there last night.
Yeah.
Which I know, like, the song. You think I know the fucking lyrics? No.
Yeah.
So I'm just out there, like, fucking just making noises.
Dude, you know what I love, though? I was, like, talking about that. Like, when you were talking about, like,
Oh, we brought the staff out last night?
Nice.
Dude. Are you going to remember what you're going to say?
Yeah. I got
Dude.
it. I know exactly what I'm saying.
So one of the managers from Davio's comes over. We're, like, having a great old time. Davio's, you see the back. You see the help, right?
Yep.
The cooks, the fucking helpers, whatever. Guy comes over to the groom and the bride. Goes, how's everything going? Mid-dance, like, we're all fucking just having a good time. I don't know why he thought it was a good time to, like, jump in the middle of the crowd. How you guys doing? He goes, the groom, he goes, hey, can they have a break real quick? And he goes, yeah, why? What's up? He goes, they want to come out here and dance. He goes, absolutely. Dude, we had 20 people from Davio's on the dance floor, all in their
Really?
fucking... Dude, I got a video of it.
Sick.
They were just out there fucking dancing, having a great time, dude. And the guy was cool with it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
When I tell you it was the best wedding I ever went to, and I've been to some serious
Yeah.
fucking weddings, dude. Serious weddings. I don't know if that can ever be topped.
So what I was going to say was, when you were talking about, like, that, like, Italian dances, right? So, like, my mother's best friends when she grew up, my mother grew up in Salem. My mother is, like, my absolute favorite, one of my favorite people that's ever walked the earth.
Yeah, your mother
I've
is.
talked about it. This woman does not rub you back and tell you everything's going to be okay. She tells you to fucking tighten up your shit and fucking get to living, right? Her best friends growing up, her two best friends are sisters. They're Greek. So, like, my mother didn't really have cousins, like, but those were my cousins, right?
Yeah.
Their families, they were like North Shore Greeks. So I grew up like in,
Good beefs.
like, Greek fucking people, dude. Like in like, but here, what I was gonna say about that is like whether it's Irish, Greek, whatever, it doesn't matter. I love like the pageantry. I love like the tradition. Like I love when
Same.
people I'm you want to do a Greek dance and break plates? Let's go. Like I'm in.
Yeah.
Like I love that
Dude,
shit.
it was so new to me with the fucking Petey Pablo shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
And it was like a song, and like the cousins came from Italy, and they were just doing this whole fucking dance. I was like, I want to do it.
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
you do. Because you know what? It's like that's like going back to what we were talking about earlier, where it's like where you're from, that whole thing. It's like that's what gives you your identity. You know, that's what gives you like your
Right.
thing. It's like that's like what it is. You know,
It
what I mean?
was
It's
so-
like, it's
it
like
was-
when a person stands up at a fucking Irish wedding and sings Fields of Athenry,
Oh,
just as the vocals, no fucking accompaniment.
Right.
Like at my buddy's wedding that happened, and I was like, I'm gonna my body's gonna combust. Like that's how much feels I have
Yeah.
right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. Like that's why like it's when people are like, oh, like I said, my buddies like used to be like, oh, you guys, you fucking love fucking Boondock Saints, like you're all Irish. I'm like, dude, when I watch The Godfather when they're at the wedding, I literally am like, I wish I was Italian right now. Like I wish I was at that fucking wedding.
what's he say? He goes, "Are you a man that takes care of his family?"
That's pretty good, dude.
Because a man that doesn't take care of his family is not a man.
Dude, that is an unbelievable brand already.
Michael, I'm gonna make you an offer you gotta refuse.
Dude, I was reading the book. By the way, here's let me give you a little thing for the people at home that might have kids that are around 14. My son is a huge movie guy, right? He's watched all the Tarantinos, everything. He's just into it. So he's like, watch out. So I go, listen, you got to read a goddamn book. I go, I get it. Like, you don't want to, but I used to read all the time. Now, I'm ancient, right? I'm a fucking fossil. I go, I'm buying 2 copies of The Godfather. One for me, one for you. We're going to read it this summer, right?
What was the book called? Wise Guys?
No, the original Godfather book. It's called The Godfather. Mario
No.
Puzo.
No,
Yes. That's 100% the name of the book.
Is it?
Yes.
What am I thinking of? I know it's. I can
He
see,
has
I can,
other books,
I can
but-
no, but I can see like the screen. Whatever. Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm like, you're gonna read this fucking book. I'm gonna read it, and we're gonna see like how different it is from the movie and all that stuff, right? So I'm like, he never fucking cracks the thing, and I'm like, but I've been riding him about it. I'm like, when are you gonna read The Godfather? When are you gonna read it? So finally down on the beach, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna read this book, right?
This
Starting on
this
page-
past week.
This past week. Starting on page 3, what they don't talk about in the movie, which is first of all, Mario Puzo apparently is like a size queen. The fucking first chapter is about the size of Sonny's cock, right? And Sonny is well known for having the biggest dick like in the world.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's a fucking 4 pages. And it's like this girl who's got a huge box wants to fuck Sonny because it's the only guy who could like satisfy her. And like I'm like, I'm now like maybe I'm like halfway through the book. I go to him, I go, hey dude, I go, you know what? Skip it. You might as well skip that book. I go, you'll be fine without it.
You know,
what I mean?
dude, you're fine.
You're fine. You know what? I don't need like first fucking 5 pages about Sonny's hog.
I actually read Lone Survivor before that was a movie,
Yeah.
and I was bullshit because.
I bet the books are always better, but I'll tell you what, The Godfather's pretty close to the movie.
But the chapter 2 was all about Hell Week for like Navy SEALs. I feel like they should have put a little bit of that in that, and they didn't.
That's what sucks, dude. It's like book to movie shit. It's like it never like there's a movie.
You know what I do hate though? People that are like, "Pfft, "Did you read the book?" Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Fucking dickhead.
There's a book called The Legend of Bagger Vance, which is about like a caddy.
Yep.
And he's whatever. It's like it's supposed to be in the 20s or whatever. Golf. It's an amazing book. It blew my mind. Me and my buddy, we were like, they're making a movie with it. It's fucking Matt Damon and Will Smith. I'm like, yes. Movie is dog shit. It is the worst movie ever. If you go to, first of all, Matt Damon is a fraud golfer. He can't swing a golf club like to save his life. Like he is a fucking bullshit fucking golfer. He sucks.
Dude.
So it's like you can't buy into the guy's supposed to be a great golfer and he sucks at swinging a golf club. Fuck this kid. You know what I mean? Can I get a fucking seltzer by the way?
Absolutely.
Oh, can I talk about something real quick? I'm getting my heating situation upgraded in my house. I'm going to mini splits. So your boiler buddy can't help me because I'm doing a different type of system. But you know who's going to have to help me? Because I got informed that if I'm going to get my mass save rebate, I need to get the updates that were recommended. One of the recommended updates was insulation.
Situation.
So if we're talking about an insulation situation, Sean is going to be at my house within the week. And I have a feeling we might have a drink out in this bar when he comes.
That's probably a good fucking
That's
idea.
a good guess. So this guy you can trust. The last guy that I had came here was like, yeah, I think you might need it. There might be some in there. This guy was a total fraud loser. Insulation situation. Okay. We've talked about it before. This guy is the fucking man. If you know Sean, like Danny does, if you've been to the IA,
Sean's the best.
can you trust this guy? Trust me with your fucking life.
Absolutely not. I'm kidding.
Ha! Mass Save Partner. If you're paying into it, you've been paying into it for years, you don't even know it. Eversource, National Grid, you're already paying into it, and you're going to get the money back from that. I can tell you right now, because I had a guy come out here, some fraud fuck, not Sean, some fraud, some charlatan, some High Plains drifter fuck. Came
Some
out to my
fucking
house.
wish.com
Yeah,
motherfucker.
some wish.com motherfucker came out here trying to tell me my shit, but I will say this. It costs like $5 or $6 grand. You're getting fucking like $4,500 back. Like, it doesn't cost you that much money.
Right.
You get the rebate. Single-family homes get 75% off of the work. Multifamily homes, they're 100%. If you got an Irish battleship, as we like to say, Irish battleships, whiskey nips. As long as everybody cooperates, and you know what? If strong arm them. Go old school. Go Godfather on them.
Just
Make them fucking do it.
It's part of your rent now.
100% fucking covered. All right? As long as all the units do the work. The email is insulationsituation@gmail.com. Phone is 617-835-4784. Tell them that we sent you. When I call Sean, I'm going to be like, I sent me to you. That's how.
Hopefully he gets 10% off.
Hopefully I get 10% off. Also, and I'll let you take this one, but we were talking about like putting in some effort. How about putting in some extra effort?
Yeah. You want to do extra effort hockey, dude?
You want to do extra? You want to
do extra effort? Let's try a sport. Let's try extra effort hockey.
Yeah. They've got. They have 1,000 square feet.
1,000 square feet of synthetic ice.
Synthetic ice.
Craig
Richards, by the way, this is like one of those things. You said this about when Darcy was like, when me and you first met, Darcy's like, oh, you stealing my friend? And I'm like,
You
nah,
stole
stealing,
mine.
Yeah, I'm stealing Craig now.
You
I'm going to
stole
steal
mine.
Craig's going to be my boy now. That's like my fucking, he's going to be my friend.
Listen, I can't explain it enough, dude. If you have enough balls to wake up in the morning, right, and say, you know what I really want right now? What do you want? I want a Bruins tattoo on my hand.
Yeah.
That's Craig.
That's dedication.
It's fucking dedication, dude.
Let me tell you the other thing, too, and I know he likes the shout-outs. Reed Huntley, who's doing goalie work there, my buddy Greg Huntley's kid.
Yeah.
Greg Huntley, longtime friend of mine. We went to college and high school together.
Oh shit! Keep talking. I'm
Legendary dude. Let me tell you what, Greg Huntley doesn't fuck around. If Greg Huntley's going to extra effort and sending his kid there, that means it's fucking legit. Greg does. I'll tell you, I'm not saying this like a joke. Greg Huntley fucking does his research. All right. So in my opinion, if you are somebody who has a kid who's playing hockey or doing whatever, and you want to fucking school them up, you got to go see these guys. They're the best. Craig's the best. He does our shirts for us too. He's the fucking man. He's the absolute fucking man.
Listen, Craig asked me a favor, and I forgot, and I'm glad I just remembered. We had a person from Malden pass away last year, and they're doing a motorcycle run for him. So,
Just get on my bike.
dude, here's the thing: you don't need to be on a bike, bro.
Okay.
You don't need to be on a bike. You don't need to be on a bike.
Or break.
Or break. What we need to know, it's for the Regano family. This poor bastard died in a car accident. It's gonna. I'm trying to look for the fucking
Date?
goddamn date, and it was sent to me, so I'm looking for it. Hold on, here it is. Here it is.
Hopefully my boy Jonathan Clark's gonna be out there. Fitzy's boy.
And everyone should be out there.
He rides the fucking.
It's September 18th. All right. Regano family. Here we go. I'm gonna read this whole thing, and this is.
Can we go and just hang out, me and you?
Oh, unless you want to get a motorcycle license.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Chris Regano. That first off, that day we're having Twisted Teas. That's what he drank.
100%.
Dude.
I love Twisted Tea. You get no fight for me on that.
Listen.
At all.
I love Twisted Teas.
Love them.
Ride to celebrate the life of Chris Regano, lover of life, motorcycles, family, friends, and animals. Chris is hot. always rides us home with his beloved dog Tinkerbell. All right. In his honor, all proceeds of this ride will be donated to the dog mother. The funds will be raised. Our local rescued animals find forever loving homes, receive medical care, food, and shelter. The dog mother is a local family-operated rescue and daycare located in Peabody, Mass. Shout out to Andy Ferg. That operates with the help of the donors like you. Chris loves his dog Tinkerbell more than life. Any donation on his behalf, one is sent with great love and sincerity. Listen to me. You do not need a fucking motorcycle. This is September 18th. Anthony's of Malden, which is an incredible establishment.
I already can feel the fucking buzz that I'm going to get there with me and you drinking Twisted Teas.
It's going to be, listen, here's a fun fact about the Regano family, all right? I think there's 5, including Chris, because I would always, right?
Yeah.
It's Basil, Chris, Ariana, Marina, and Andy, right? I think it's 5. I think it's, I knew Chris the least, still knew Chris. That's how I knew he fucking had Twisted Teas. Ariana, Ari, she was my fullback all through fucking Papuana.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure she still holds the record at Austin Prep for the most goals scored ever in hockey.
Holy shit.
She's a beast.
Wow.
She's currently my daughter's gym teacher at the Vogue.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Me and Andy do the fucking grease pole every single year. You got to come this year, St. Rocco's. I'll introduce you to them all.
What is it?
It's like the 12th, 13th, 14th, I think, of August.
Okay.
Are you around?
Yes, I am.
It's a great time. It's like a Edgeworth Malden thing.
Okay.
I'm not from there, but we make ourselves
Yeah, I mean,
present.
we know where you're from.
We're
It's the
fine.
Newland Street fucking project.
Let's go. Let's
fact,
go.
all
Let's
right?
go. You know what I mean?
Fucking born and
Shout
raised.
out to the Reganos, man. So last year we do. Oh, so here's a perfect fucking point, right? So they have a grease pole.
Yep.
I've climbed it, right? You were supposed to be from the neighborhood at one point. They needed to call in the reliever.
Yeah.
I'm a second tier guy,
Yeah.
not a third, not a fourth. I've never grabbed the thing. I did it the last 3 or 4 years. I'm retired. My
Yeah.
body is in shambles after that thing. But it's fun to watch. I have no idea if they're doing it this year, to be honest, because it's on someone's yard, and we have to sign a waiver and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you
I hope sign a waiver, just sit there and drink.
No, just in
Okay,
case
good.
you die.
Yeah. I'm not doing
You
that.
know. So, but like, it's a great time.
Yeah.
But I hope they do it again. But I'm gonna be I'll be on the sidelines. I did my part.
Yeah.
This past year that we did it after Chris had passed, used to grab like a big thing of meat, like Italian meats.
Yep.
But it was his welding helmet. It was fucking dope, dude.
Once again, by the way, and by the way, I am definitely in for all of that. And we've discussed this many times, but it's just needs to be said again. The Italians have the cuisine of the fucking gods. Like,
you know what my problem is with the Italians though?
What?
They don't want to give us credit.
with the Irish?
Yeah.
For what though? What do we
Anything.
need credit for?
Anything. They're just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like Guinness and like. Fucking
no, dude.
Here's how I look at Irish. This is what I think about Irish people. This is what I think of when I think of like what I love about Irish culture. What I think about, right?
Ours is the best.
Irish culture is like
Ours is the best.
to
Fuck
me,
off.
I agree, but specifically for me, like I love like Irish. If you think about like my buddy,
I don't want to sulk at a wake.
Listen, I agree. I've told the story before.
I'm
but
looking-
my best-
I'm over here
my
looking for a
best
fucking
friend-
chair.
Yeah, my best friend moved there. His wife is from there, right? He always told the story that his father-in-law, who died, passed away. R.I.P. Patty, fucking legend. Big dude owned like 5 pubs. He said when his daughter went over to America, he goes, "I got one rule: don't bring back a fucking Yank." Brought back my buddy Jimmy O'Malley. And he fucking loved the kid because he's fucking the best. He's like Jovan. O'Malley's like Jovan to like
Fair
that
enough.
family.
Fair
Like
enough.
he's the best. He'll do anything for anybody. He's the fucking best.
Hell
Anyways,
yeah.
but what he said to me is like, dude, if you think about it, he's like, it's such a small population. See the amount of art and poetry and fucking music they pumped out of the place.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude. I've told the story before, but like a guy like Daniel Day-Lewis, like Dude, like
we
that's an Irish guy. You know what Daniel Day-Lewis? Well, and I know he's English and Irish. I think his father's Irish.
he claims Ireland.
Well, he lives in Ireland. He lives right down. He lives like 4 towns from my buddy.
Right.
If you're a guy who's like, yeah, I don't want to make big money. I just want to be in ridiculous movies like There Will Be Blood.
Oh, I
and
can't
I'm only
believe
gonna make 13 movies.
I can't believe I didn't fucking mention this, dude.
What?
Dude. Al Macy, I hope you're listening. Dude, I walked into a place today. My buddy purposely had, it wasn't Al Macy that had it, it was another guy, had on women's soccer.
What? And where?
He had, I don't give a shit if it was CVS, dude.
Yeah.
He had on women's soccer. And I go, you have this on purpose? He goes, oh yeah. I go, do you watch the WNBA, dude? No, this is way better. And then, like, I watched the end of it, like, he goes, they're all going to meet Prince Charles. Fuck the royal family, dude. Fuck them. Fuck them. He might be cool, but, like, you're mad rich, dude. And now you're saying thank you to, like, the winning team and losing team? No. How about the losing team? Oh, wait, yeah, we just met Prince Charles. Yeah, it's all right, huh? Is it with their fucking snaggletooth fucking teeth? Yeah, you want to talk about a fraud? Women's soccer.
Women's soccer. WNBA is a fraud.
Nothing against the women itself.
We talk about it.
I'm cool with like you being an athlete.
Let's talk about I want to talk about a sports thing real quick with you, and I want to get your take on this. Please. This is a topical thing. We don't talk about topical shit really, right? We like come up with something, then we just riff on it, right? Or we just talk like bullshit. This Brittany Griner situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
She should be free.
Totally agree. But here's what
she should be free.
Totally agree. She shouldn't be stuck in Russia and in jail. I am 100% for you on that.
Dude, they were gonna trade her for a massive drug dealer or something like that.
Dude,
and they go no.
Demon. That's a demon.
And they go no.
By the way, I thought about that too. I'm like, all right. So I got a bunch of questions. First one's this: if she was my kid, right, which she's not, and she's probably old, I'd probably be her dad. Like she's probably what, 25?
Yeah, something like that.
I would be like this. If it was Tommy, my son, right, or if it was Tess, my oldest daughter, I'd be like, you know what though, dickhead? Don't have a fucking bone in your fucking luggage when you go to Russia. Like, I'm just saying that, and I'm not defending them because they're fucking pieces of shit. Vladimir Putin is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
I had this idea where like I wish that like the way we elected leaders was like if they could beat the fuck out of the other guy and they had to have a match. So like if Rock was our president, right, and like all right, you have to fight Putin, and like fucking sick because the Rock's gonna fucking murder the guy.
Yeah.
Like in the ring. Like, that would be an awesome way. They're like, oh, now you have to do whatever we say.
The Rock would beat everyone up.
Dude, The Rock would murder people.
Even if they had, like, the Klitschko brothers, The Rock would win.
Probably.
The Rock would
Because if
win.
he fucking bungled them up, like, fucking done. Like,
First off, he played for the University of Miami.
He is... He's one of those guys that, like, I want to get sick of him.
No.
Like, but I can't get sick of him.
No,
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm a wrestling fanatic, dude.
I love him. I think he's awesome. By the way, Vince McMahon. Done. Canceled. That guy's a piece of shit. By the way, I love
He's
him.
not a... Whoa! We're going to disagree there.
What?
Vince McMahon's the best.
Oh, I love his pageantry and everything, but I'm saying, like, everybody's shocked that he's kind of, like, you know, got, like, a little bit of a sword in his
He's Donald Sterling, dude. He's
Exactly.
90 years old.
Yes.
He's stuck in his ways. You gotta help some people out. There's gotta be a cutoff limit. Be like, all right, he learned that from somebody else.
to be canceled.
He's that age. Cut him off at that point. I think that's fair. No.
Yeah, I agree.
Because here's the thing, right? And I've had this argument forever. You're white, you Ben Affleck, right? No, you're white, you're racist. No, fuck off. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. If you wanna like establish somebody, you gotta give them some fucking. You gotta give them something.
Yeah.
What I mean is, you're out at a party, right? You don't know these fucking people from a hole in the wall. You have no idea,
Sure.
right? And something pops off between. Why are we going back to race? Whatever. A black guy and a white guy. Whatever. Shit pops off. Whoever's a shitbag is a shitbag.
Yeah.
Can we agree with that?
Agreed. Yeah.
But because everything is on camera now, if the black guy's wrong and you help the white guy, you look like an asshole.
Of course. Yeah.
If you help the black guy, you're just being that guy to help the black guy.
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm trying to help the guy that's fucking
Yeah. Right or wrong.
right or wrong.
Yeah. 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 I agree.
And I don't know why it's so hard for people to comprehend that. But it's because
Well, it's
everyone
because the media,
has
exactly.
everyone has a fucking the keyboard killer.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I think that like if you want to like, I do think that like in the like dude, they love like nothing makes the media happier than like some fucking thing like that. And you know it's true. It's like we're talking about Vince McMahon, right? So like that's what we're talking about right now,
Right.
Or like whatever. Talking about Brittany Griner now finally it's in fashion for the. By the way. Why do they want the guy back? That's my other question. Like, they want this maniac back?
This
Like,
is the funniest thing. Can you just turn around?
dude, there's a fucking seagull.
Can you just turn around?
I love this guy.
Yo, can you bring me back Bianchi's, you piece of dog shit? That's a riot.
But dude, if you think about it, it's like, all right, so now like they want this fucking guy who's like the worst person in the world back? Like, wouldn't they want like a guy who maybe?
They said no.
Yeah, they were like, I don't want him back.
They're like, nah. What did she? I don't even know what she had for weed, but like, I'm not a weed. I wish I was good at weed. We talked about
Dude,
this.
I would love to be a weed guy.
Dude,
Would love it. If I was a weed guy, I would love it.
I'm not a weed guy.
I'm not a weed guy.
I'm not a weed
I'm
guy.
not a weed guy. I'll tell the story right now. Like my brother-in-law.
I was 22 the first time I ever had weed. Ever.
I've smoked a fair amount of weed. And you
not-
know what? I'll be honest with you. Like, I wish it did what alcohol does for me. I wish it did.
I love booze.
Of course! It's the best! It's the fucking best!
I love it.
It's the fucking balls, dude.
Love it.
And I get it. It's awesome. Like, if you just smoke weed, you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm not hungover. Like, you know what happens to me when I smoke weed?
I can't feel
You
my
know what
legs.
happens to me?
I can't feel my
No,
legs.
I'll tell you what happens to me. I'm like, God, I'm fucking awful. My finances. I gotta get my life in order. Like, fucking life sucks. Like, that's what happens when I smoke weed.
The first
When I
time
drink booze, I'm like, fucking, this is awesome.
it was great.
Yeah.
The first time I ever smoked weed, dude, I came in the house. Chris, again, this is how long we've been together.
Yeah.
Good, wrong, or indifferent. Came in the house, and I had, like, chips and dip. But, like, when I say dip, like, I mean, like, French onion dip.
Yeah. Yeah, like Frito-Lay. Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how to break a chip to get the dip. So I scooped the dip out with my hand, and I ate it like a baboon.
Yeah.
Like, the dip was in my hand.
Yeah.
She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. I fucking have no idea. Can't feel my body. You know what I mean?
Dude, you know what the thing is? Like, I think I've told this on the show that I'm like I love pickles. I love all foods, right? I'm using pickles because this other thing's kind of in the same family.
Massive pickles.
Every time I go to actually just happened. We were down the Cape. My brother-in-law, so he's like, dude, you want to get a martini? I'm like, I haven't had a martini since Christ was a Jew. Let's go, right? So 3 olives on the thing. What do you think I do? What was the first thing I did?
Took the olives out.
Took one off? No, I took one off and I ate it. And you know how I felt? I felt like I wanted to fucking puke. It was fucking horrible. I hate olives. I've always hated them. But every once in a while, I'm like, I see people eating them. I'm like, that looks great. I want to try it. Maybe today I'll like it. That's me with weed. I'm like, oh, I'll try it today.
Yeah, that's
maybe
me.
I'll like it. And then I'm like, oh, here we go again. I'm in a fucking prison of my own fucking anxiety.
So
Like,
the last time I had,
but people who love weed, I'm like, fuck.
I know it pisses me. I'm with you, dude. The last time I had the weed, right? It was an edible, and it was like a Nerds rope. Remember Nerds?
Yeah.
They have like the Nerds rope. I ate the entire thing because it tastes
Oh,
like
Jesus Christ.
Tastes like Nerds. Tastes like Nerds.
You must have been fucking wrecked.
Wolf of Wall Street. So I wake up. Here's the worst part, dude. This is a right hand to God true story. I had to go to a sober cornhole tournament.
Specifically, it was sober?
It was sober. Like I was helping my buddy. Like,
okay, yeah.
I went to the sober fucking cornhole tournament. Darcy was there, Joanne was there, and I was like, I gotta go home. I couldn't feel my body. I woke up, went to it, played. the minute I lost, I went home.
Yeah, you're dying to get out of there.
Couldn't feel my legs.
Yeah.
The day after, I took the Nerdrop at like 11 o'clock at night. Woke up and I was like, yeah, this is great. And I was done, dude. Done.
Fucks you up.
Done.
Fucks you up.
I'm in a porta potty mirror just staring at myself like,
I
you
don't
fucking
do
loser.
edibles like, if I ever, like, I will say the one thing I only do now, once in a while, like, we were up in Maine, like, I think I've told this, but like, my brother-in-law, who's the CO, his brother, my brother-in-law really doesn't smoke weed or anything, but, like, his brother is a fucking professional, like, he grows weed.
Dude,
like, dude, he's like, do you know why I get anxiety from weed? I'm like, I don't know, because I'm a basket case. Yeah, I'm a basket case. He's like, all the dispensaries, like, they cut it too early, dude. He's like, and the weed knows it. And I'm like, dude, and I'm listening to him like,
dude, potheads are retarded.
They are retarded.
They're retarded, dude.
So,
dude, they're just like, yeah, I gotta put this under the light for like 2 more minutes. I'm like, dude, shut up, dude.
I didn't.
All these kids that barely made it through high school are scientists.
Dude, I took a couple, like a one hit with him, and that's fine for me. It's like a little fucking very mild thing. The reason I don't do edibles, I remember Snoop was like, you can't uneat that shit. If Snoop's saying you can't do it, I'm like, I don't want anything to do with it. Like, if Snoop's saying you don't want to do it, I don't want to do it.
Snoop's
like, I don't.
Well, that's Cat Williams said. He was like, you can't drink with white guys. You can't do it because we don't fucking stop. But then he said it about Mexicans. He was like, Mexicans have a fucking whole party outside their fucking house. He's right. But that's like all Hispanics. Like when Christy like brought her, she was like, my uncle's like, they may not like you because you're white. And I was like, we'll be fine. We just drink all day long.
Dude, you know what the funny thing is, though? That's the one thing that, like, that's the one, like, my youngest daughter, Addie, my two oldest they have, like, the anxiety, like, they're fucking awesome and hilarious. But they're just not like me. Like, I'm just, like, very, like, I've always been gregarious. So as a kid, I was always like that.
Yeah.
So we go to the Seacrest. Literally, we're coming out of the water. One of my best girlfriends growing up is sitting there on the beach. She's like, she's there with her husband and her kids. They live in Melrose. She's the best. Shout out to Jill Lehman. I'm like, come on, what are you guys doing here? Whatever. So her daughter's in Addie's grade, but Addie's just going to middle school. So they didn't go to the same grade school. So I go, she's like, we got a Maui mat. Like, you rent a mat so they can, like, jump off and stuff. I go to Addie, I go, they got a mat out there? I go, yeah, I think you should. I'm not even convincing her. She's already halfway in the water. She's already there. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, I said to her, I go, and she's, dude, this whole summer, she's been like, sleeping at her friend's house, going downtown, doing all this stuff. I said to my older two, I'm like, you guys can take a lesson from this girl. This girl is like, she probably got too much of it. You know what I mean? Like, she's like a latchkey kid. Like, she can just go.
Nothing wrong with that, dude. Nothing wrong with that. My kid, dude.
But Brendan's kind of like that, isn't he? Yes, sir?
Yeah, Brendan, dude. So I told you, like, I got home, woke up. He was like, Dad, can I tell you about last night? He was at Roller World. He's like, there was a couple fights. He tells me about the fights, like, in detail, like, the same way I do. Like, that's how I know that's how I know he's mine.
Dude, Square One Molgoth would love to know that there's still people crushing it at
Roller World. Yeah. He's giving me, this person threw that punch. He goes, Dad, can I say it? And I go, what? He goes, yo, what up, bitch? And I was like, oh shit. Now I'm involved. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't there. And he's giving me word for word. And I'm like, all right, cool. This is great, right? Dude, but Bailey, like, my daughter Bailey is like, she might be the one in the front.
Window breaker.
She might be the one in the fights. My son Brennan is the nicest kid on earth.
Yeah, he is. He's a great kid.
But, like, I also tell him, like, you gotta fucking stand. If someone comes at you sideways because you're a handsome motherfucker,
yeah.
throw a left.
You gotta, yeah.
Throw a left, dude.
Yeah.
Bailey, she'll stab you, no problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, she's crazy.
Yeah.
And then she has a lisp, so you don't even believe her. She's like, all right, sorry. Like, she's out of her mind. Riley, she's a fucking baby. Ziana, she just stays in her room with her fucking hoodies on.
Dude, last year, so Tommy, who walked in here earlier in their episode, was getting his food. He's turning 14.
I don't think he realized the pizza was right there.
I think we was miscommunication.
He said pizza.
Yeah. And then Maggie came in again.
And you were like, yeah, grab
the thing
it.
is, he will only eat cheese. So like, I don't think there's any cheese left.
Which I get that.
Yeah.
But like, he came in, he was like, pizza.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
I'm
Tell
like,
mom.
yeah, tell mom to order it. I didn't think
Yeah.
he wanted like the pizza that was over there. For
Nah,
last night.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
And
So-
then Maggie comes in and just grabs 47 boxes of fucking cheese.
So he's been like, like I always talk about like I have the best hand-eye coordination in the world. He's not a hand-eye coordination guy specifically.
Yet.
Right?
Yet.
Yet. Now. So I was like, we played lacrosse. Last year I'm like, and Nate, my brother-in-law who's been in here, he's gonna be on. We're gonna do the CO jail episode soon. We're making that happen.
You let me know.
Yeah, we're gonna make it
It's
happen.
going to be a fun one.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
And I
Nate was like, "You're gonna play football. This kid's gonna play football." And like Will, his cousin, is like, they're like tight. I'm like, dude, I don't think he's gonna do it. I don't think he wants to do it. He's brought him to Friday Night Lights. He's like, I love it. So he goes on football last year. Played line the whole year, loved it. But the best was that the first week he goes there. Now, I mean, I didn't play football. I'm going to say that right now. My grandfather was a 3-sport captain at BU. My grandmother goes to me, I'll pay you $100 to not play football. I go, that's the easiest money I've ever made in my fucking life.
Never played.
Thank you. Never played. Played basketball and baseball. That was it. Right? So,
Soft.
dude, soft as the cream cheese. 100%. 100% soft. By the way,
Out here, soft out here.
Total pussy.
My partner out here is soft.
yeah, it's true. So, but anyway, so he comes back one day from like, so they had like, it was, 7th and 8th grade. They were 7th. So Tommy's like, one day I pick up him and Will, and he's like, and they're all, dude, you're doing fucking August fucking football. You're fucking just like,
Yeah, it's bad.
they're a mess. He goes, I got wrecked today. And I'm like sitting there with him, and I go,
What
oh.
does wreck mean?
So I go, yeah, and Will's in the back, and Will goes, his cousin goes, he goes, oh, he got murdered.
This is the last one.
Yeah, I got more than that, don't worry about it. Yeah. He goes, yeah, he got murdered. I go, what do you mean by wrecked? He goes, it was like an accident. They matched me up against this 8th grader, and he goes, and the kid, people thought I was dead. He goes, people thought I was dead. This kid just was like the biggest 8th grader, and just fucking pummels him, right? So I'm like, did you get back up? He's like, yeah, but it took a while, and like, whatever. I'm like, hey, listen, dude, I'm like, that's all you're there for.
It's a
Like,
life lesson.
I'm like, oh, so fast forward, right? Now they're playing games, and like he's playing the games. He's fucking on the line. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
So I go to this like behind Melrose Fred Green Field. There's a fucking guy who's an absolute used to be a great football player, Ward Hamilton, who's got a bar called the Red Raider Bar. It's like above his shop. So like now they've canceled the logo. If you go to Ward Hamilton's bar, it is celebrated in there. Okay. So the guys go there before the games, they hang out, whatever. So I'm there. I'm just,
Wait. Melrose has bars?
Yes. This
Like
has
bars? Not
Yeah.
like restaurants, like
No.
bars.
This is like a garage bar type thing.
Oh,
This is
okay.
like a secret, like like a speakeasy type situation.
Yeah.
Like
here?
a place that I wouldn't bring some guy from Cambridge to. Let's put it that way. All right.
Like this
Anyway.
guy that was here like
Yeah.
22 hours ago?
Yeah, that fucking dickhead. Fuck that guy. Anyways, so I'm in there and I'm running my mouth talking. I know a million people there, like whatever. This guy's like, and I'm talking with Tommy, and the guy goes, wait. He goes, so the guy comes over and goes, it was before a high school game. He goes, are you Tommy Ahern's father? I go, yeah. He goes, oh. He goes, dude, I never would have guessed that because he's like, he doesn't say anything. And he goes, and you're
You
like,
don't- you don't
would
shut the fuck
since you've
up.
been here, right? So I'm like, yeah, I know. It's whatever. He goes, I'll tell you right now. He goes, Tommy's got glasses. Now, by the way, now, he's 5'7" now. Turning 14, he wears an 11, right? The kid is just fucking becoming huge. And the guy goes, that kid took him out. We were worried that, like, he was really hurt. This guy, by the way, this is a classic old school Melrose Salty Earth coach. Like, guy's, like, on his 19th fucking Miller Lite while he's telling me the story. He goes, and I said, I said to the other coaches, I go, this kid comes back. It was like the 3rd day that it happened. He goes, this kid comes back. He goes, I'm all fucking in on this kid. He goes, because, you know what? He goes, I've seen that happen. They don't come back. He goes, they just fucking go away.
Right.
They don't want to ever do
Happens.
it again.
It happens.
And he's like, when he came back, I'm like, this kid's fucking, he's in it for it. He's like, yeah, that's great. I'm like, dude, but when I saw him, he got fucking murdered. I'm like, he goes, I got fucking murdered. I go, first step is knowing it happened to you.
So
you know what I mean?
we originally, and by the way, that's fucking awesome. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to brush it off. That's
No. Yeah.
Tomorrow is August 1st.
Football season is starting.
Football season is starting.
Yeah. It's happening.
My son will be on the younger side of this team, and this is the first year of. So I owe an apology, is what I do owe. He goes 30 seconds into episode 1, you shitted on me.
Who said that, Brendan?
Nope, the guy that is the head coach. So here is my apology, Nick Ragucci. You Everett Guinea fuck. I apologize. It's your team, pal. The guy means well. We fucking, that's my dog, dude. Obviously, like, he would, if he knew that, like, I had a problem with him, like,
Sure,
I wouldn't be on the
yeah,
fucking team.
Yeah.
But he was like, I'm not going to listen to another episode until you apologize.
Dude, I gotta say this last night.
Dude, it really was, though. It was like 30 seconds. And I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, yeah, his fucking kids. Like, he doesn't even have kids on the fucking team.
Dude, I gotta say this. I remember that, actually. I gotta say this because he was here last night. Great friend, a guy who, Adam Dennison, who's a Melrose guy. Not from Melrose, but, like, lives here. We were talking about this last night. I love this kid. Like, I've known this guy since, like, dude, we told the story last night. Tommy's 3rd grade birthday party. He was at my parents' house. He goes, I was like, I don't want to fucking go to this at all. Leanne's like, his wife, you gotta go. You gotta take Jay there. He's like, I don't want to go at all. He goes, the first thing I see is you. And you go, you want a beer? And I go, yeah. He goes, and you looked at me and you're like, we're gonna drink a ton of beers today. He goes, I was like, this birthday party is fucking awesome. This guy is he's coached everything, right? He coaches every fucking baseball team, everything for his kids.
Yeah.
We were talking about last night, and we will do a full episode on this at some point. But, like, dude, for the guys out there, you say this all the time. For the guys who put the fucking whistle on,
dude,
fucking go
it's
out
gotta
for
be
no money, for zero money.
Listen, it's me tomorrow. It's me tomorrow, and it's a thankless job, and all you parents can blow me backwards. Fucking get out of my face. Your kid isn't a quarterback. If he's 300 pounds eating a fucking Lunchable on the way to the goddamn field, he's not going to be that guy.
Yeah. That's a dude. That's a shout out to that kid. Adam Nelson's a great guy. And he fucking, dude. And I have so much respect for other guys who coach sports and fucking, like, dude, like, he was like, this summer, he was like, he's coaching the travel team basketball. He's like, can you come down and ref with my other buddy? I'm like, yeah, definitely. Like,
Here's a problem with youth sports right now, though.
Yeah.
Everything, no matter what it is, even tackle, everything is now like, here is this tournament in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Oh, it sucks.
Dude, when I grew up, I'm not kidding. I've talked about this the past 2 days with, like, the groomsmen. I go, do you know that, like, ESPN could have, like, a 30-30 on the kids that we grew up with about Malden youth sports as I spit everywhere?
Dude,
I just projectile spitted.
I don't know what just happened to you, but it was ridiculous.
It happened. Whatever. I didn't puke, but, like, there was a lot of spit going everywhere. ESPN could go to Malden and be like, what if I told you? You know, that's how every fucking ESPN 30 for 30 stats. This happened.
Yeah.
Dude, there is so many fucking kids I grew up with that are dead or are junkies or a fucking...
Of course.
How many times have I told you how bad I was at baseball?
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
The 12U or the 12-year-old All-Star team, there's no chance anybody in America would have beat them. They were unbelievable.
Really?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that was everyone's, like, second or third best team. But, like, for whatever reason, like, that's the first, like, there was one kid, George Baker, loved to death. Grew up with him, project kid. Baseball was his #1 sport. He's hitting home runs that still haven't landed yet. Still haven't landed yet. Played football, 10 touchdowns a year. Basketball was his third sport. You know what I mean? Mike Harris, black kid. Hockey, #1 sport. Then it was fucking baseball. Then it was whatever the fuck. Like, he was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't explain Malden sports in the 90s and early 2000s. They were just unbelievable.
Yeah.
ESPN needs to reach the fuck out to pull in the cork.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah. I mean,
It's insane. Like, you know, like, did you see the Randy Moss fucking 30 for 30?
I think Randy Moss is the most electrifying athlete to ever fucking be known.
Do you know where his first thing was? His first, Lou Holtz offered him to Notre Dame. And then he got fucked up and like stealing a laptop and all that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was supposed to be a Notre Dame guy. Why? Why? You think Marshall was his first spot? No, he was Notre Dame. Then he goes, and then Lou Holtz goes, you know something, Brady? I can't tell you, you can't come to Notre Dame anymore. But that's all right. I'm gonna get you to Florida State, and Bobby Finn's gonna help you out.
That's unbelievable.
And he
Lou
got
Holtz,
him,
by the way.
and he got him to Florida State. That's where the laptop thing was. And then he got kicked out of there, and then he went to Marshall.
Dude, that's...
And Randy Moss is unbelievable.
Randy Moss is...
But they need
Jackson, Randy Moss.
But they needed 30 for 30 on Malden. I'm dead serious. Like, our athletes were unbelievable.
Dude, you have an unbelievable amount of guys that like...
And
that you're always like, being like, this guy's the pros, like they're all
it's insane.
It's crazy.
The fucked up thing is that, like, it stops at high school, and they all go elsewhere, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, what if I told you? Like, that,
Yeah.
like that's how every 30... It's insane.
Yeah.
Malden deserves a 30 for 30.
I'm gonna end it on this, but the scariest...
What are we at? What are we at?
We're like 2 hours.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. This is what the people wanted.
This is an open gym, by the way.
Fuck
This is
yeah.
open gym. We're slowly graduating beyond like we don't always need like a set schedule. You know what I mean?
No.
Like we can. This is fucking easy. This is fucking as
This is chips.
Matt
This is
Damon once
fuck-
said. This is wiffle ball. You know what I mean? This shit's easy. Dude, but I'll tell you what. Like right now, it's funny. It's like you think about like those kids, like you were talking about, like those mountain kids, like who go to the pros. It's like, when do you see a kid like that? And like this is the only thing I would give to like to parents that are bringing up kids. And like I get it. Some people, there's nothing more they want to do than fucking like have a hot dick for like your kid being better
Good.
baseball.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know it when you fucking see it. Like
Dude,
when a
just-
kid is a D1 type of kid,
Just
unless he's a lineman and gonna grow into it or something.
Nah, but
you
like-
see it. You know.
Just don't come up to a coach, and we're going to have an episode on
Yeah.
this. Don't come up to a coach and say, this is where I think my son should play.
That's the worst, dude.
Your son is 300 pounds at 8.
Yeah.
You know where I think he should play? Out of the kitchen.
Dude, I've said this before. I've coached girls twice. This is my second time doing it.
Paul Doobie's calling me right now. I can't answer.
By the way, he was like saying like I should play music at the Clatter, and he goes maybe back pass the meth labs up to Bill Ricca, wherever they are. Anyways, but like coaching girls has been great, dude. I love coaching kids. I love it. I fucking love it. But like to your point, it is a thankless job.
Yeah.
So to all the people out there that might be like, oh, this guy is fucking my kid over, your kid probably sucks anyway. So
Just accept it.
just accept it. Or coach.
Or let the coaches fucking coach them up where they can start, where they can fucking get more playing time. Listen, not everyone is fucking Ken Griffey Jr.
No.
Not everyone's Tom Brady.
Neither me nor you.
Let the kid. Yeah, that's why we're doing a podcast, dude. Let everyone fucking have a good time with their friends.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just have a good time.
Dude, and like I've always said this too. Like
And don't you fucking dare complain if your kid does not come to fucking practice.
oh,
You
you're a
piece
fucking
of dog shit.
I'll also say this. There are some of the best lessons in the world to be taught by being a kid who sits the bench on a competitive team. Because I'll tell you what it taught me when I was. By the way, if you're like, oh, you're gonna play basketball, I play basketball. 12 kids make the basketball team. 6 kids play. There's fucking 1,400 people in the high school.
Yeah,
like
right.
odds on not good that you're gonna be on that
Right.
starting lineup, right?
Right.
Anyways, there's a lot to be learned from everything in sports. There's a lot to be learned from sucking at it. There's a lot to be learned from being like, oh, I'm not getting playing time. Why? Because of this.
You gotta
This is what
fucking.
it is.
You gotta watch.
This
You
is
gotta
how-
learn.
this is
You
how
gotta
fucking
learn.
life works.
If you're able enough to get on that team and you're sitting out there and I'm a running back. I'm a point guard. No, you aren't. We know it. Just fucking pay attention.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
And again, tomorrow is my favorite day on earth. We have a full week of conditioning, no pads. So when we weed them all out, it's Hell Week.
Yeah.
It's Hell Week.
It's Hell Week.
Get the fuck out there. Give it all you got. If you ask me for water, nope. I'll tell you when water comes.
Yeah.
Everyone has survived. All my kids have come back. So if you hear this, you go, you don't give water to the kids that want it? Nope, we don't. Every kid has come back. And I've made the fucking playoffs every fucking year.
All right, last thing I'm going to say, because we're going to make the Facebook post about this week. October 28th.
Oh, listen to me. Oh, no, again. Oh, my bad.
No, you jump in.
No, it's October 28th.
Yeah.
Irish American.
Irish American.
It's a Friday night. Get your fucking babysitters now. 80s, 90s themed.
Everybody's invited except for that fucking candy ass kid who was in here last night.
Yeah, he's a
That
cuck.
kid is 100% never invited.
He's a cuck.
Also, we'll be playing. Here's a free ad that I'll give away. I think they have a couple groups left. North Shore Beefs, Andy Ferg, and the boys are running the North Shore Beefs golf tournament.
Yeah.
October 7th. We have a
Correct.
foursome. Me, you,
Yeah.
my buddy Kevin Marr, and if you want to grab, said you had a ringer.
Can I say his name?
100%.
He's my barber from Medford, Mass.
Oh, the kid who plays hoops? The basketball player?
Nope. From Medford, Mass, who is cutting hair out of Melrose at the barber's den. John Moraes.
Doesn't he played hoops though? He was a basketball player. He used to play down the wire sometime.
There's no chance he
Show me a
plays
picture of this
basketball.
kid right now.
There's no chance he plays basketball.
All right, so it's a different kid that's down there. Anyways, we're gonna be playing in that. Is this kid good at golf? You said he's a ringer, right?
He is a ringer.
Okay, Kevin Myers a ringer. I said to Kevin Myers, I go, hey, October 7th, you good? He goes, I go North Shore Beefs. He goes, I'm fucking in. Kevin Myers loves two things: being Irish, three things: drinking and murdering people at golf.
Come on.
The Myers are the salt of the earth family in Melrose.
So
Dominate the golf
John
course.
John is from Medford, who I hate. Right?
Yeah.
He's not Irish. But he proved himself last night he can drink with the best of us.
Okay. Good.
So he sat first off, he sat directly next to me. That's how much I love this kid.
He wasn't Wes. Let's put it that way.
No, Wes is gone.
So back to that. October 28th, though. Let's get to here's a fucking real ad.
October 28th, Malden Irish American, 177 West
If
Street.
you are my friend and you listen to this,
Listen, I'm calling Boyd's this week. Free ad. We're getting fucking tickets.
all right. So here's the deal. Here's what we're gonna release this thing like next week, like online.
you said
because I gotta talk
August
to
15th?
Parsons. I gotta talk to Parsons about getting Chris about getting Lily Pease involved.
Yeah, I think
right?
that should be dope.
That should be done. It's gonna cost you some money. It's gonna go to charity. Me and Danny aren't gonna see a dollar.
Zero fucking
$0.
dollars.
In fact, we're definitely gonna lose money. That's the fact. That's how me and Danny are great business people. We're gonna lose cash. It's gonna be a fucking time. We're gonna have a breakdancing contest. So
I don't think I'm going to be involved in that, though.
why not?
I'll do pop walk. I don't know if I can get it out on the ground
No.
anymore.
Only. There's no groundwork. It's
Oh.
only upper body.
All right.
Only
Well,
pop lock.
if that's fine,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
If that's the case, you're all dead.
If you don't, can I ask you a question?
You're all dead.
If you don't fucking flip your arm out and send it to me,
You're
I-
all-
I
you're all
can
dead.
I fucking take the fucking vibe?
You're all dead.
Dude.
I am not windmilling. I'm not flaring. I'm not
Tomorrow
doing
I
anything.
start my conditioning for me because I need to be in great
told
shape
me
to
this,
do this.
yes.
Yeah. I got to be in great shape for this fucking breakdance
So
competition.
what is your you're nuts, dude. You go like
When I go hard.
no like you,
Hard in the paint.
what do you plan on losing right now?
I'll probably lose like 25, 30 pounds.
Just for the fuck of it.
Like, you know what used to crack me up with Norm McDonald, R.I.P. Fucking love him. He goes, I've been putting on weight. And they're like, oh yeah? And he goes, yeah, I've been putting on all this weight for this role I'm going to do. They're like, what role? And he goes, I don't know. He goes, but I figure there's probably a fat guy role. And I'm just ready for it. So I'm taking I'm like, I go into like movie stars type fucking like.
No,
drop it.
you're gonna
I'll just drop it. Yeah. So I'm gonna drop a bunch of pounds for this fucking thing, and my sister's like, you know what? Most people can't just do that. They can't just like lose a bunch of weight. I'm like, yeah, but I can. That's
Do
my
you
special
know
power.
do you know what you're gonna go as for this party?
Oh, I 100% know what I'm gonna
I do
was.
too.
Yeah,
I do too.
I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. Here's the one thing. Is a great question. and we are on like the 2 hour. This is the shitless list.
Whatever, dude. People wanted it. People wanted it.
Yeah, like you're not gonna bust where you're going as. I actually wonder, like, there's no way. Shout out to a huge Poland Cork fan, Julie, your friend.
Oh, by the way,
she has to have some biggie involved in like her outfit.
Dude, Julie and Kevin. Julie is in Philly right now. Right now as we speak. She's up to date. So this might take her at least into like Connecticut, when she comes back tomorrow. This will take her into Connecticut tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Julie is she's a Biggie fan. I don't know what, but she's like, she tells poor Kevin what to do. And I say poor Kevin because poor Kevin just like, all right, Julie, it's your show. You know? I don't know what they're going to do.
I'm going to tell you this right now. To all the I have met great Malden people out there that are going to be at this thing. Danny's crew. Take it easy on my lily white friends from Melrose, all right? When we get in there, all right? Listen,
Lily White.
I'm going to be breaking these fucking people in.
It's in Malden,
listen,
bro. Everyone's going to have a good time.
No, everybody's going to have a blast, but I'll tell you right now.
Best bartenders in the world.
Only 2 people are invited. We know who those are, right?
Sure do.
That kid who was in my bar last night, dude, it makes me... this is the last thing I was going to say. I can hold a fucking grudge like nobody. When I hate you, when I love you so hard. Like, I'm like, I'll do anything for you. Sure. I will do anything for you. And when I hate you, I love to hate you. Like, it like encapsulates me. Like, I'm like, dude,
this kid's done.
Dude, when I hate your guts,
he's done.
I hate you. Like, I'm praying for your fucking death.
Yep.
That's a fact. And there's a few people I don't like that are on that list with me. And they, by the way, complete pieces of shit. Like, these are not regular people. Like, I love everybody. But, like, if you're a piece of shit like that, like, I'll hate your guts. And you know what I love even more? Most of those people, where they're like, no, I hate them. They look at me and they're like, they fucking know. I'm like, I'm so much better than these people. You know what I mean? Like, me, personally.
Yeah.
I'm better than them. It's awesome. So I'm like, I hope you die.
They don't use soap.
Yeah, and by the way, this is not like a, like, little gay argument that you have with your buddy that you, like, get over. I'm talking, like, hate you till you die type shit.
No,
you know what I mean?
You're going to think about this 4 years from now.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And I'll concentrate on it and wish for you to die. It's the best. Anyways, all right. What a fucking show.
Listen, right off the riff, come on.
Dude, you know what?
This is what they wanted. They said
wanted.
you guys needed more than an hour. Do we?
Yeah.
We can go all day. We go all
I mean,
day.
listen,
Come on.
you know, we got a lot to come, and I'll tell you what, we're gonna have this party. If you don't, here's the last thing I'm gonna say. If you don't show up for this party,
by the way, you said here's the last thing I'm gonna say.
1,000 times.
Minimum 5 times.
That's fine. By the way, that's a. By the way, that's the other thing that kid said. He's like, you know what you say all the time? I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Are you my mother? This guy.
If you don't come.
Hey, if you're listening right now, watch your fucking 6, pal.
You don't have a wedding on October 28th. If your kid isn't in the hospital on October 28th. If your dad's not on his deathbed on October 28th. And you listen to the show all the time and you don't come, you might be featured in the next Frauds episode. Like,
yeah.
You got to be there.
By the way, we're taking $0 and it's all going to fucking charity.
That's right.
So if you hate charities, don't come, loser.
That's right. All right. Hey,
Brendan,
it was real.
What a fucking episode.
It was real. By the way, R.I.P. the kid who was in here last night and whatever food Wes ate.
That poor bastard.
All right, we'll be back next week.
Later, baby.